Hello, it's me, Pipsqueak, here with a later stream than usual, but we're live, doing like probably 2 hours or so today. I've been, I was out until like 2 a.m. yesterday, or 1:30 a.m., but then I fell asleep at like 3 a.m. So my sleep schedule's been completely messed up. It's great when I have to go to work on Monday. For context, it's Saturday today. Woke up at like 1 p.m. ish. So that's why the stream is delayed. We're doing it at almost 9 p.m. instead of my usual 6 p.m. But it's a Saturday, so I guess people are around. Let's see. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at a character from... Well, there's water in the background that's messing me up, because I was going to say that this might be Psychonauts, but I don't feel like Psychonauts would fit the background at all, but I'll do it. It would be 2, I guess, no. The background makes me think water, makes me think diver. Hello, Sahado. How are you doing? Sahado. Hades. Is this swimwear? Is this a movie tie-in game? This might be a movie tie-in game. It's not Subnautica. And I'll do... It's not Data Dive. Wait, is this Banjo-Tooie? The fuck? It's a banjo game. The 0-0 at the back was due to my tag being taken. I was tired. Oh, okay. Sahad is easier. I just love being... You said, say it like with maximal anime protagonist vibes the first time I asked. So I went, Sahado. But that makes perfect sense. Okay, the question is this Banjo-Tooie or Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts? It has to be nuts and bolts. What's with the like water background? This is not a water game. Made for awesome soundbite, and now you have to correct it. God damn it! You know, everyone could, or rather, you could tell if I'm talking about you immediately, because I would go, you know, speak normal English and then go Sahado, and then, you know. If you're not paying attention, that's perfect. Whereas now it's like, yeah, Sahad, how are you doing? Like that's not gonna ring in the same way. On the other hand, maybe it's slightly, what's the word? Like, culturally insensitive to go Sahado when you're not, for no reason. So who knows? Maybe it's for the best. I mean, this is a very like. I can't even say that because the angle's wrong, so I don't know if it's a very like Chinese, Asian type of roof. But like the tiles on the side remind me of that roofing style. Dynasty Warriors. You always do Dynasty Warriors to make sure it's not that franchise. Like Evil Windmill. I gotta get ahead of the Bloodborne. This isn't Bloodborne, right? It's wrong to be Bloodborne, but... No, I thought so. What is this? Evil... water tower kind of thing, I guess? And a rooftop. Ninja Gaiden? Big ass moon. I feel like the shape of that moon would immediately tell someone what this is from if they knew it. It's not a Divinity one, right? No. This is a pretty striking picture, though. But I can't say I know where it is. I have no idea what this is. Hello, Nicholas. Yo. Yo, what's up? It's me, Nicholas. About to throw some bombs. You know how dope it would be to, like, why does this guy have a, like, cup holder implement on his head? So someone can hold it like, well, like a coffee cup. That doesn't make any sense. He does look like the bomb, though, but I have no idea where this is from, so we're gonna skip. The Midnight Walk. I have no idea what this is, so I don't feel bad for missing it. This is a high-resolution picture. Muscles. Red. We're looking at this from the back. Very zoomed in. This doesn't scream like Asura to me. It kinda does. Oh. Oh, he's not even... Okay. I mean, Akuma then. I thought so. Whomst? Is this Diablo? Wait, can I see the first picture again? Getting extreme Blizzard cinematic vibe. It's not Lilith, but it's the right franchise. It is Lilith! Oh my god, that's... Oh! I cannot believe I got that. Wait, what am I looking at here? Is this the boob? Oh, that's the breast. I thought that this part here, I thought this was like the outline of muscles, but it's not. That's crazy. I really miss having a third screen. Vibes. I've got 3 right now. I used to have 4, but 4 is a little bit overkill for me. I've got 1 vertical 1440p that I have a bunch of shit on, and then I have 2 horizontal, and that works really well for me right now. Screen real estate is one of those things that you only think about when you lose it. I will say, one thing that's helped a lot is, see if I can even look it up without the context. I mean, fair enough. I'm not sure if you know about this utility if you're on Windows. If you're not on Windows, then, you know, there are equivalents on Linux as well. This utility called Fancy Zones is fantastic. I'm not sure if this is even... I guess it is visible on the overlay. But you can define layouts for each monitor and how you want, like, your screens to work. So, for example, I actually should create a layout here. Like right now I think I want... Can you see this? You can. That's cool. I want like 2 overlapping ones. That's all I need on the main monitor. Save. Take my custom layout. Exit. And now what happens is if I want to do 2 things, I can just hold shift and it'll auto snap to them. It's awesome for that. So I can have 2 things up. I have this set up for my 3rd vertical monitor, so I can maximize the amount of space I have on each thing. So I have like some stuff in the middle, and you can also auto-populate it so that it always spawns them in like the same place. Move newly created windows to the current active monitor, one of my favorites, but also move newly created windows to their last known zone. This is the best one, normally. Like, they conflict with each other, so that's why I only have one open, the current active monitor, but this one is the best. So that like, if I open OBS, it'll always go to the zone that I've defined for it. Which I strongly prefer. I think it's really, really nice to do that way. Means you never have to think about window placement, window management. But yeah, Fancy Zones is fantastic. Snow, flags, and trees. Winter. Snowboard. Snow runner. It's not snow runner. Wog. GeoGuessr? Och så hello arten. Hello munch. This can't be... I mean, freeware, but... Really? This can't be GeoGuessr. Is that even... GeoGuessr is a thing you can pick. There ain't no way. I thought so. Never-ending jump ramp. Yeti chase? Scooby-Doo. And the cyber chase. Arcade style score counter speed increase. I don't think I've got a clue what this is, but let's do... I mean, Yeti chase fucks it up, but SSX tricky. It's not an SSX game. Persistent enemy, Windows 3.0. And I'm supposed to know the games on this piece of shit. Showing your age, boy? Look, you're right, but I don't like to hear that. I'm very much a 90s kid, okay? In every way that matters, which is that I was born in the 90s. Everything else is irrelevant. Oh, there's a lot more games for this than I thought. It's Bermuda Syndrome. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes by Art of Mind Production. Developed by one person. I mean, that feels so evil. Everything was developed by one person at this point. Even, like, companies only had one person working on the things. I'm sure. I love when they hit you with stuff like this where it's so impossible to know. Well, I give up. Ski Free. Wait, I played this game. Or I played a copycat of this game. This game, maybe 1-to-1 exact same graphics, was on Congregate. Yeah, this game exactly was built into every computer with Windows. Maybe that's where I played it from, because I played this game for sure. I just assumed it was Congregate, because that's where I played games during that period. But no, it's possible that I just played this on the PC. That's messed up that I didn't know what it was. Doom was the last game with more users than Windows and had 7 developers. Yup. Cool game, cool game. Well, I was gonna say... Not quite as cool as The Last Sovereign, though, I gotta say. I think we've like moved forward a little bit in terms of development since then, I think. We've maybe gotten a little bit more complicated, for better and for worse, but I think generally we've made improvements on gaming since this period in time. Or maybe the AAA space has gotten worse. The term AAA didn't even exist back then, I don't believe. I don't know, Ski Free, probably better. Way less commitment to so it reaches a broader audience. True. God. I gotta do my daily share of one funny thing I saw today. Before we get into The Last Sovereign. Librarian, my goat, uploaded a 14-second video, and it's evil. I never want a librarian, because I couldn't handle being on the receiving end of this shit.
You ready? Let's go!
That's it. It's his only good performance. He got 1 kill. He did. I love the intro being 10 seconds. And then, how long is the clip?
Let's go!
We done it. We've done it. 113 and 2 is sick. It's so evil. How can you get away with doing that? It's messed up. Oh. Oh, well. Wait, is it this one or this one? I'm losing my mind. It's this one, right? Oh. Why is the game only visible on one of them and not the other one? Fuck. Why was it visible on the first one? Here. But not on the other one. They're both using the same game capture, I thought. Huh? That's actually so interesting. How does that happen? If I move this down... No, if I... Is there a refresh thing for this? I apologize that I'm jumping between the scenes, but No, it says that it... Oh, is it... Oh, it's transformed in a fucked way. Okay, reset... reset transform. There we go. I don't know what happened. It was massively outside the screen, and that's why it didn't exist. Okay. Oh yeah, right. We've changed protagonist. We hit disc 2. I forgot. I'm so confused on what's gonna happen. I feel like... Okay. The last bit of the story's been a little bit weird, where it... I feel like it's setting up for another conflict of the same type as the Fucklord conflict, but it feels way less coherent. Which is why I feel like there's a curveball coming in here somewhere. So, I don't know quite where the story's going, but it's definitely felt a little bit disjointed for a little bit of time now. For a little while is a better way to phrase that. So, I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited. Let's talk to people. Hello. I'd feel ridiculous calling you Floofy Maid, but do not worry. Kum's good nature shines through. But my name is Fuani. I will be at your service, so please feel free to ask me for anything you might require. I understand that I have you to thank for my treatment so far. I'm deeply grateful. It is no trouble. Usually all of you are so capable. It was nice to be able to take care of someone for once. But I cannot take all the credit. Mistress Yara was quite ambitious, acquiring whatever she thought would make you feel most comfortable. Mistress Yara? I am my lady's servant, first and foremost, but it is my pleasure to help everyone. Well then, if I need to make use of you for relief, I can. I love that Ginasta is gonna, like, try... She's gonna try the limits, you know, like, poke at the limits of the harem, and her poking and prodding is gonna be like 5%. And everyone's gonna be, yeah, of course, well, no problem at all. Let's get to know each other. I do not believe that Simon would ask you to join him if you were the sort of person who would do such a thing. It is possible, of course, that you are as cruel as Trin, but in that case, he would have put in place safeguards. And so, I must conclude that you're testing me. Well, I didn't expect it to end quite that quickly. You're correct. I apologize if I caused any offense. None taken. I'm used to such games. Prey animal? What? Who's playing those games with you? I'm curious. But I must ask, you seem to have immense trust in Simon. So have you been with him, like the others? I don't see how that's any of your business. Okay, I'll take my chastisement? Chastise? Yeah, you chastise someone, so it has to be chastisement. Again, apologies. It is no trouble. Not how I thought that conversation would go. All the best games have multiple discs, like Final Fantasy XIII. Final Fantasy XIII has a vibe I really appreciate. It's just a shame that the actual meat on the bone on Final Fantasy 13 was not very good. Final Fantasy 13 2 was a little bit better, but even then I didn't care for Lightning that much at all. She's a cool design though. Damn Tanarek, his corruptive influence has reached even the coherence of the story. Now, I just know that there's no reason why they would be setting stuff up like this if it would just be another similar confrontation, if that makes sense. There's a few too many things happening for me to think that we're just gonna, like, domino the characters down until we win. I feel like there's bound to be a... what's a good term? I was gonna say like a reveal, but I feel like a better term is like reversal of fortune. It's been going too well for us for too long, I guess is what I'm saying. Tells you exactly how good the game is. Fair enough, fair enough. Hey, people want to skip turn-based combat anyway. You know, they're a very outdated genre of game. Turn-based combat is not the future. Fully automatic combat that you don't have to interact with is the future, however. Hey there, excuse me, I've got a bunch of planning to do. What? Just, what has been done to you? Oh, it's a long story. I was a really messed up unwoman, but Simon helped fix me. I see. And the two of you are lovers? Is that the connection I feel? I wouldn't use such a big mushy word like that. Simon has a big heart, and he really loves so many women here, but us? We just like each other an awful lot. So we have fun together sometimes. I see. It's true that the connection between you seems strange, even for this harem. But don't go thinking I'm in some outer harem. You know, we've got outer heaven in Metal Gear. I would love an outer harem. The outer harem that controls the world would go hard. Further out than you and the rest of the inner circle. Simon doesn't play those games. Me? It's obvious how much he cares about you. Anyway, I'm pleased to meet you. Maybe we can work together in the future. Pleased to meet you too. I must say, with some of the emotes, some messages read more like ransom notes than a message. You've watched all the VODs, so you know how much energy it takes to be on top of it, but I've gotten better. I can now parse my own language that's been devised in chat with a little bit of my own input, but mostly without my input. I don't know where half these emotes came from. I just know that they exist and I won't do anything about them. At this point, whoever has emote privileges can add and remove whatever emotes they want until I say this emote is not good and we don't do this one. But if I don't mention it, if you are annoyed by an emote and you have emote privileges, you can just remove them. I simply don't read chat messages. If only I had that privilege, but I feel like the stream would be a lot worse if that was the way we were vibing. God, isn't it like one of the funniest things ever to, like, how many streamers, especially smaller streamers, like I get it with bigger streamers, but smaller streamers that just don't read chat. Just don't interact with chat at all. I have a biased view because I come from, you know, Super Smash Bros. Melee, where the game is really difficult and doing both at the same time is hard. But like most streamers don't even try. And I'm sitting here like in tournament reading chat. Like I'll be playing a Neplay tournament and I'm reading chat and I'm trying to reply when I should be focused. So I was a little bit more to the other side, but I don't get it, man. The whole fun of streaming is having the chat up and talking to people. That's the best part. You're not getting anything out of it. It's so tragic. It's you, the people, that are the fun part of the stream. Me, I'm just a conduit for whatever fun thing you have to say, okay? It's kind of like React content. I shouldn't say this because I feel like half of you have too high standards and don't watch React content. So now that I made the comparison, you're gonna leave me. But like, a streamer is just React content for the chat. And then we've got like a little bit of background here with the whatever's happening in the game, right? Like, no one cares about the game. That's not why you're here. True, I am the best part of this stream. Okay, now you've gone too far. I can assure you, I'm not funny. I'm just a tryhard. I don't believe you, Niklas. You are quite funny. The gathering shouldn't be just violence, so I'll get to help. Oh yeah, right, we were doing a gathering. Something's gonna go terribly fucked up wrong at the gathering. Especially because that's where we met Ginasta the first time. Like, it feels like a tie-in, right? I feel like... Did we help save Ginasta? I feel like either something's gonna go horribly wrong, or something's about to go horribly wrong, but Ginasta is gonna save us. Here, lady, smells nice now. Freak. You. I don't want to talk to you. Go away. You helped Estevan capture me, then did nothing as he tortured me, all the while playing the fool. I could have stopped so much suffering if you let me finish him. Improbable? You expect me to believe it was all just a calculation to you? Everything is calculation, or absurd mammal nonsense. You know, this character is my new autism representative in the game. We need some good autism reps. Kum was pretty good, but this more aligns with how autism works in reality, for sure. Me when I further harmful stereotypes for fun. But it is correct that I did not truly understand the pain mammals experience. Your minds are very different. Estevan had violated the fundamentals of my being and shaped me into a mockery. By comparison, mammal mating habits seemed irrelevant. I had not considered how deep his violation of your mind was. Perhaps I should apologize as well. Is it just me, or does she look like she's crying every time she closes her eyes? Like, I feel like I can see a tear stream down her eye. I gotta change flux to see if it like fixes it. If it's no, it's still like, yeah, like she just looks like she's crying. I mean, maybe she is. Who am I to judge? Melee is one of the few games where I actually don't think I could read chat well during. Most games have way more downtime when you're decent. Yeah, I agree. It's one of the reasons Melee is like the hardest game to stream. It's so difficult to stream compared to anything else I've ever played. I got so disillusioned playing Guilty Gear, streaming some Guilty Gear, and being like, wait, you can just read chat whenever you're getting comboed. And as soon as you understand kind of when you should burst, you just lock in for the burst, and then you go back to reading chat. It is way more downtime. And not considered... Oh yeah, I already read that. But yeah, no, this is definitely a tear sprite, a crying sprite. Correct, you can read chat while comboing. But I can do that in Melee too. Why? Yet you didn't go back to being a demon. Why are you here? Can't. My nature has changed. Too many mammal thoughts in my head now. So, I make the best of them. With the prime mammal. You understand this? Yes? Right. That one is agreeable. Still mammal-headed, but he seeks to understand instead of making me into another mammal. And I don't suppose you're saying all this to maximize some other value now. I am trying to maximize you going away. Don't like this place, but this part is soft. Base? I should say that to like a friend of mine and see how they react. I'm trying to maximize you going away. Hello, Ginasta. I hope that you're feeling well. Yes, you and the other healers are quite adept. I look forward to getting to know the whole harem better. We look forward to knowing you as well, though I feel the need to clarify. Please don't try to have sex with me. Wait, what? Why would you say that to me? I'm sorry, did I cause offense somehow? Or wait, are you trying to say something about me? Being faithful to an unusual arrangement does not imply loose morals. No, I didn't mean to... Okay, let's start over. Why did you assume I'd try to have sex with you? You seem, very forceful. I just wanted to be clear about my boundaries in case you had the wrong idea about the harem. I expected everyone to be trying to draw me into threesomes. You might get some offers, but everyone is free to choose whoever they want. I've had a thought or two, but mostly I don't feel that relationships with other women are for me. She's bi-curious. Then why were you going off to play together with Nalili? You heard? That's not what it sounds like. We were going to, practice music together. How can you be closeted in this harem? Insane behavior to be closeted in this harem. I'm sure. That's not a euphemism. I'm sure. Okay, look, it's supposed to be a secret, but we're working on singing together. We're trying to figure out some sort of succubus adaptation of traditional church harmonies. I think it'll sound lovely. But it's supposed to be a secret. You can't tell anyone. I suppose someone who gets this flustered couldn't have been going off for a covert liaison. Liaison. It's liaison. That's it. Fuck, I've heard this word said before, but I've never had to say it myself. Liaison. Not even close to that. Is it a French word? How do you say this? Liaison. TV series. I don't care. I want to hear it said.
Liaison. Liaison.
Liaison. Okay. Liaison. That sounds better.
Liaison.
Liaison. Yeah. I've heard it said, but I've never said it myself, so I had to conjure it up from apparently a very faulty memory.
Liaison. Liaison.
I don't think those are correct.
Liaison.
Liaison is probably way more correct. Yeah. Alright, you have my word. My lips are sealed. Thank you. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot, but I hope that we can support each other, in battle and elsewhere. And I have some experience with believing in something and then... I'm sorry, maybe this isn't the time. Let's just focus on the gathering. Very well. I do like that they gave us control... Why do you have a skeleton here? I do like that they gave us control of Ginasta to get her, like, experience with the harem firsthand. That's cool. You're in charge of the orcs, right? You're the new one. Yes, but I hope to know everyone soon. I'm glad you came to speak to me. I feel we have a lot in common and much to talk about. Really? No. Go away and let me do orc things. Orc bones. Charming. Hey, Ginasta, how are you finding the harem so far? Save Akka for last? It's Jover. Is it normally like this? I know we're preparing for something important, but I also remember from when I was imprisoned. We're always busy with something or other, I'd say. Huh. Why? Were you expecting something different? I don't know. I was expecting everyone to go around naked, maybe. We usually need our equipment close by, but there is cum. I don't mean like cum. I guess I was expecting constant sex, orgies every week, that sort of thing. Is Yara trying to revive her weekly orgies thing again? I just feel like scheduling it makes it weird. The succubi have been very polite, actually. I wondered if I was marked off in some way. No, we just want to give you space to get used to everything. We know you've been through a lot. But, if you do ever want to do anything with some of us, I wanted you to know, I really admire how brave you are, and how passionately you fight for what matters to you. So, if you're interested... Fucking the most offended look ever. How dare you proposition me? What do you mean you want to have sex with me? I wouldn't have sex with you for 1,000,000 years! Sorry, am I making this weird? I'm making this weird. I'm happy to fight alongside you too, so don't worry about it. No, that's flattering, I suppose. I'm not ready for anything like that, but I appreciate it. Glad I didn't screw things up then. I hope we can at least be friends. Does everyone regularly pair off like that? If they want, sure. Yara and Kum have a really close relationship, for example, and Ilstara likes women. For me, it's something I'm still exploring. I like it, but usually Simon. Wait, is this too much? Go ahead. I love that she's treating this like a... What's the word? Like she's gathering intel. It's an intelligence gathering operation. She's like, let me know as much about the harem as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let me ask leading questions and get the lay of the land in the best possible way. Well, Simon does this thing where you feel an echo of the pleasure everyone else is feeling. That's fucking broken. Can I have some of that? Actually, no, because in reality, this would come in the form of an AI ship, and I would not want Palantir to dictate when I can come or not. Like that seems like a really, really bad idea. Imagine a... Imagine... Well, this isn't even like a new idea. This is in Metal Gear Solid 4, where they tie dopamine to performance as a soldier. But I do love the idea of, like, you're on the battlefield, like, in the middle of a war, and you're shooting, like, an assault rifle, and you miss, and you get, like, you get, like, progressively more depressed until you hit once, and then you just get, like, an orgasm out of nowhere. Like... the amount of, like, horrible, horrible futures you can imagine is not good. How can you stop a war, or like fight a war, if Daddy Palantir decides you can't stop coming? Well, that would be... Look, you'd need like 10 kills to start coming. This is awful. This is such a bad conversation, but I'm thinking like a Call of Duty kill streak. It hits you at the like, you get a little bit of pleasure at free, but like as soon as you hit 10 within like a day, they give you the new kill streak, and that's just like full ecstasy. Oh, this is such a bad conversation topic. We need to move off it now. Oh. Well, no, it malfunctions and then you keep coming, and... What? I'm stopping. It's just a really nice experience. A really nice experience. Makes you feel really accepted to know that other people want you and that they're satisfied just being with you. Yeah. I think I can understand that. Sorry if anybody's too aggressive. We've been hoping we could get through to you for a long time. Actually, you're the only person to proposition me. Please don't tell Yara. Cute. Sorry I did the one first. I saw the message right after I started talking to her. Scheduling a weekly orgy, only maybe easier than playing D&D. I missed that, and, you know... The main reason that I am not in a D&D group, or like... I have friends who have played D&D, but... no active parties going on, so I know they would be interested in playing D&D. It's just, I would not want to be the one who has to organize that shit every week. I could do it, but I would get so annoyed by it. I think it would be fun to DM a campaign, though. I find I've always taken a DM type role in like everything I've done. I'm generally... I generally prefer that role to actually playing the game. But it's one of those things where I would have to have a party or like a campaign that goes for a while to really get into it. Then you have the problem where everyone's adults and don't have time, and it sucks. Hey, Gnasta. Yara? It's obvious that you're not feeling like yourself. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Normally, you're so strong and passionate. We hope we can help you get your old self back. Ah, because you want to make use of my strength. No, because I can see the toll it's taken on you. I think it wasn't just power to you. It was identity, wasn't it? When we saw you suffering under the Lust Lord, you reminded me of the unsuccubi. Something essential had been taken from them. Maybe. Or maybe that was all just a role forced on me, and I need to discover who I am aside from it. Maybe. I hope the harem can be a place for everyone to become their ideal version of themselves. Do you know what a harem is? We get to decide what it is. But I don't think you were just your tower role. Your passion and hatred for those abusing their power. I think that was truly yours. So I hope we can unlock that passion again, and you can use it to make the world a better place. Better meaning more in line with your plans. Better meaning better. If you think we're wrong, just argue with us about it. Thank you, Yara. I confess, I'm surprised that this didn't turn out to be about sex somehow. Oh, I think passion and justice are super sexy, and I hope you join in later, but I'm learning patience. Huh. I know some succubi have changed, but that doesn't match my experiences. Oh, but patience is great. You want the highest quality sex possible, which means effort put into other things too. Tangent time. Have you... God, this has to be easy to Google. The husband who went... Like, he started optimizing his life to make himself more desirable for his wife. And it, like, cascaded into... At first, people... Before he made an update, people were like, you shouldn't try to better yourself in order to have more sex with your wife. Like, that is a bad way to do it. But he just, like, reframed it in a way where he was on that self-improvement grind, not to have more sex, but to have better sex. And eventually that led to, like, 3 years later, there's been, like, 5 updates, and he's like, yeah, I'm the happiest I've ever been, I'm lifting really high, I've got good mental health, we're communicating, life's great, wife's happier than ever. I just started, like, she'll think I'm prettier if, or, like, she'll be more in the mood if, you know, I preemptively start doing things without asking her, like doing the dishes and stuff like that. And then that led to, like, a situation where I tried to offload her as much as possible because she deserves it, she's wonderful. You know, essentially trying to be the best version of yourself, but for all the wrong reasons. It was so funny. I gotta see if this... I think it was making myself more attractive to my wife. Update. See if I can find it. It was so good. Well, I found the opposite, most depressing thing ever, where it's on marriage advice. I googled making myself more attractive, and then I see now deleted by user and removed, and then every comment is how the relationship is doomed. So maybe that's not... maybe that is not what I was thinking of. I'm sad I don't have this on speed dial, because it was one of the most wholesome texts I've read. You search for wife, and then you sort by top. But no, I can't find it. It's not at the very top. Tragic. My boyfriend is really into anime. I don't watch cartoons, but my boyfriend convinced me to watch some of his favorites. I wish I didn't, and now I can't see my boyfriend the same way. Huh? Fuck did you have to watch? Okay, what series is this possibly? They never mentioned the anime. God damn it. It's over. Oh, well. Does the reasoning matter, though, if the result is positive in the end? I argue no. This is one of those things where, like... It's more that the result would usually be poisoned if it wasn't... Like, the way it's phrased is more of a red flag, but if the end result is better, then, you know... I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, well. I'm mad I can't find it. I don't think the reasoning matters if the end result is good. It's just a question of, like, are you gonna keep it up and do it for the... Like, doing it for the right reasons is important. Because a lot of the time, like, it would be... it's so easy if you do it for the wrong reasons to see it as like a transaction type of deal, where you're trying to be better so that, you know, she owes it to be with you more, etc. And that shit's very bad. But if you avoid all that, then no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I'd at least rather have a world where everyone worked toward the better for the wrong reason than the worsening of the world for the good reason. Agreed. It's more of a like warning sign than the actual end result being tainted in any meaningful way. I definitely think that you can do anything for the dumbest reasons, and as long as it leads to good things, it's worthwhile. I'm reminded of the hilarious post where it's like, if you need to imagine Naruto cheering you on, saying to try your best, Databayo, in order to do your dishes, then, you know, fucking go for it. That one might be new to you, but it's something that's lived in the back of my mind for a long time. Fucking just your imaginary little friend. If that's what's needed in order to be your best self, then fuck it. More power to you. Oh, yeah. For example, with Janine, she waited for marriage through a long courtship, but the promises fulfilled were sexy indeed. My methods would never have led to Janine being so happy, but if I can help more people find true sexual fulfillment, I'm satisfied. I hear the Orgasmic Empire has amazing beds and I really want to try them out. With me? Question mark. Hello. I believe we know one another's names, but we don't truly know each other. Then it's nice to meet you, I suppose. This question may be awkward, but I wish to ask if you feel that you entered into this nest without coercion. Are you implying that Simon would force someone? Oh, no. I certainly did not think that was the case. Such a thought is heartrending, but if that is how you feel, please speak to me openly so that this may be mended. Such heartfelt. No, it wasn't that. I merely thought that you implied it. God, they need one more sprite for Ginasta big time. I can't... imagining her crying every single time she closes her eyes is fucking me up. That shit's crazy. I do not believe that my chosen mate would do such a thing. What did you mean then? At any time, there are many forces acting powerfully on an individual. I mean society and expectations, not magical powers. I know that my friends and allies have long desired for you to join them. I believe in their sincerity, but I understand how you've disagreed. Yeah, Nicholas, like, it's on the level where I feel like she would wake up like so dried out that she wouldn't wake up. She'd be desiccated when she wakes up because she's just crying relentlessly every second when she's asleep. I also know that we rescued you while you were in a moment of great despair, in which a person might make decisions they would otherwise not. I do not wish to presume your mind, but I worry that you might have simply given in and accepted a less painful choice. Broken Yu-Gi-Oh card? You can put that fear to rest. Please do. You're making me feel guilty with those eyes. Oh, that was not my intention. Relax, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah! I may disagree with some of your group's decisions, but treating me unfairly is not one of my concerns. I am relieved. I do not feel I truly understand you, so if there is anything you desire to be more comfortable, please speak of it. In a sense, I think you understand me very well. Your concern means a great deal to me, more than you know. I wonder if... wonder if Ginasta is related to whatever Ivala has as like a big plan. I feel like Ivala is doing... I've gotten the vibe, I don't remember the exact line of dialogue, but I remember something about a plan. I wonder if Ginasta is tied to that or completely separate. Yeah, Munch, for sure. Painful choice, yeah, for sure. Just unban it. As always, it'll be a balance. I'm just concerned about exterior tower observers. That may be so, but I believe that Ginasta wishes to speak with us. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just curious. Discussing strategy for tower-related matters? Yes, Riala will be busy during the gathering, so I'll be taking more responsibility than I normally would. I'm sure you'll do me proud. Can I point out, I've said this before, but Riala has the same, like, collar that Ginasta has. Like, it's the same... I don't know what to describe it as. It looks like a root that's, like, crawling down. And I don't understand what it is. But it's the same purple that I see in this here, underneath the... Like, it looks... Maybe it's... It looks like a vein, kind of. And I don't know what it is, why they both have it. But again, the other one looks like it's part of the color design, whereas this here looks a little... It's the exact same thickness, same color and everything. But I don't know why they have it. If it's part of the clothing, or what it represents. I'm afraid I won't be much help there. What I've done is too instinctive, so at most I could help fight. That's fine. You're not obligated to help. In fact, we'd prefer to help you. How so? I respect your private intimacy with Simon, but don't let that be a barrier to any assistance you may desire. Toys, spells, and so on. I don't think anything like that is necessary. Prefer the basics, do you? Nothing wrong with that, but which position did you two use most? It's essential for balancing sexual magic. I've never heard anything about anything like that. Robin, is this some succubus thing? It is essential to balance sexual activity within the harem in order to reverse the magical polarity. Yes, the magical polarity makes it essential for you to give us more information. For example, it's quite important that you tell us what cock size you had Simon use. Magically essential. This is a joke, isn't it? Are all of you laughing at me? No, I apologize for making fun. Only the two of us know. I should be the one to apologize, but I couldn't resist. So this really is how you would treat a new harem member. Down to poking fun, but I'm sorry if we caused offense. I suppose I can't really blame you for taking advantage. After all, I do feel immensely awkward acting like we've been intimate. You don't look it. I would never have suspected if I wasn't so familiar with Simon's energies. And I helped pioneer false purity or sexuality, so I'm not so easily fooled. But others, even other Incubus Kings, wouldn't see through it. Other Incubus Kings, no question. The greatest of Tower Walkers. I don't think so, but it's not impossible. Tanrak be like, "You haven't had sex! Ginasta hasn't had sex with Simon yet! Muhahahaha! You think she's had sex with Simon, but she hasn't! Then the entire harem must know! Let's spread some chaos!" And the rest of them, it's like, okay. That's their business, I guess. He's like, "I owned you! You were hiding that you haven't had sex yet! And now they all know! They'll make fun of you!" And Ginasta's like, man, I don't think they care. Please don't be concerned. Everyone here will do their utmost to work with you, even if the truth came out. Even if I never make the deception a reality. Without question, you may be skeptical of us, but surely you can believe in our ability to work with allies platonically. Though if you decide against it, have care in how you choose to proceed. Yara would be entertained by the deception if it ended in sex, but if you claim to fall out of love, it would break her heart. I don't think we should put that on Ginasta, or that Yara's heart is that delicate. You're right. Again, my apologies. I'm too accustomed to working with humans used to succubus culture. That's fine. Seeing all of you interact like this, it's certainly something. But I suppose I should leave you to your preparations. We're glad to have you with us, Ginasta. So long as you believe our cause is one you can stomach, you're with us, regardless of anything else. Yippee! If you'll excuse us, we need to do a considerable amount of preparation. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like those two are last. Let's see if there's anywhere else to go. There's no point running off. Okay, never mind. Ilstara wasn't up here, right? No, it's only these two. So I have talked to everyone except for Janine and Simon. Oh, and Linine randomly skulking in a corner. I want to ask you something, but I don't know if it would be inappropriate. Ask. You've suffered so much. I heard about what happened to you at the gathering, and the fucklord tortured you, and now the lustlord. I don't understand how you can keep fighting as if nothing happened. Don't you feel like it's ruined you in some way? That's how the tyrants think, and their view of the world deserves to be forgotten. Can we just agree in chat that virginity is the dumbest concept, like, ever? Not obviously, like, I don't mind that there's a term for it, but, like, valuing virginity is, like, the single dumbest culturally, like, dominant thing out there. I don't understand how that still is, like, the default. It is so fucking stupid. You really do seem to just shrug it off. Riala and Robin checked you for magical corruption. They said you were completely clean. No? Okay, devil's advocate time, if that's what you are. What's your argument? What's the perk of it? I think you're trolling, but what's the perk of it? We gotta do it. Maybe not here. Oh, you believe it? Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I can't even see an argument for it, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like it's so clearly just a way to oppress women in, like, every single case I've ever seen it. There isn't a value to it at all. That said, no, I'm dropping it, but I can't even see, like, a counter argument that isn't, like, religiously based in a way that I would never be able to have a proper discussion about. You really do seem to just shrug it off. Riala and Robin checked you for magical corruption, and they said you were completely clean. That probably has nothing to do with me as a person. It's probably just my role. But you are a person, right? All those memories, don't they hurt? They do. All the more so now that I don't have a crusade to hold my attention. But Simon was very gentle, so I feel much better now. I'm glad that it could be healing for you. But that's not healthy. Emotional damage isn't just cured that easily. Sorry, am I skipping the text? Am I stepping over the line? I apologize. Just tell me if you ever want to talk to someone. No, your concern is appreciated. And I'm glad that Simon can help a bit. I want to see sexual magic used to make everyone's lives better. Just work through anything you need to, alright? I might be helpless compared to you, but I know a little about pain. I'll keep that in mind. Is that like a dominatrix thing? What do you mean you know a little bit about pain? What? Do you have a painful backstory? I don't recall if you have a painful backstory. I know the gathering will be dangerous, so we need to be cautious, but it's just so exciting. Okay, 50-50 odds. Which one's the one that progresses the story? Probably Simon. Hello. I hope your stay in Yihilin is more pleasant than the previous one. But please allow me some time before you all leave again. I understand. I will pray that all of you come back safe. Are you ready to go? It'll take a long time to get the gathering ready, so there's no particular rush. Okay, let me talk to Aka one last time, because I think she's the only one I haven't done. Okay, just forget about it. Forget about it! I've never been to Renfnor before. I hope to see many things, but we will also be very busy. Okay, let's go! I'm not sure what that means. When we go, what do I do? In essence, whatever you think would be best for the world. Well, whatever would be best for the world that doesn't involve wildly starting wars against tyrants. But what are you doing? I assume you're not trying to defeat all the other Incubus Kings and take their shards. Not feasible and probably not desirable. Yeah, if you don't think it's gonna be brought up, then I would like to hear the story. Or like the theory. That sounds good. It's one of those character details that I really clock in on every time. You were recovering during our initial planning meetings, but we do have several different agendas. There will be significant maneuvering behind the scenes, just using the gathering as a pretext. We need to scout the newer kings, and not convinced the Annex apathy is authentic. But the gathering itself won't be pointless. This is our opportunity to demonstrate that we can offer a better life to succubi in other nations. Haven't you demonstrated that like every single time ever? There'll be some interesting discussions at play. Personally, I hope we can shift the global stance on slavery, even in the Orgasmic Empire. I found succubi are a bit stubborn about that. We think we might be able to convince them there are sexier options. So you don't think violence is likely? Violence is almost certain, but war, I believe it can and should be avoided. We have more effective means anyway. If we position ourselves carefully enough, we should be able to make it a less viable option for the others as well. In-game, Trin and Ginasta has both been said to be from the wilds, and Trin also has the flowery pattern. Could simply be their clothing is from there. Alternatively, Riala is also born on that continent. Now that you mention it, I think Trin does have that. Let me actually check that real quick. First time I'm on the wiki since we stopped using the walkthrough. Trin. Check her outfit. You're right, it's a golden version of the same thing. You're correct. That's really cool if it's a consistent like design theme like that. Yeah, I really like that. Thank you. I mean, Riala is really, really old, so she could also just have fashioned it while she was in the wilds for some reason or another, right? That said, we need to be prepared for movements against us, so we'll have groups dedicated to that as well. Yeah, it could also just be an artist thing, but I like to assume it isn't. So there are teams dedicated to defense, espionage, propaganda, and negotiations. I'm probably only useful for defense, but if the Lust Lord saw me, I don't think that would help anyone. Don't worry, Yara and I will cloak you in tower-level illusions. You won't be recognized. At the same time, feel free to hold back from negotiations. Defense could be a good position for you. I think I understand, then. Are we ready to go? We just have to wait for Estera's final approval. Then we'll be heading to Renfnor. Also, on the topic of going to her kingdom, her base of operation. Sahad, why did you say my base looks ass? I just read the YouTube comments like a few days ago. Or not a few days ago, yesterday when I uploaded the VOD. And you said my base looks awful. How dare you? Enemy number one after that. I don't even know if it was my base I don't know what context you were talking about. Because it was in the middle of a VOD. So it could be a completely different base than what I have now, but it's very funny to be mad at. I've been trying to figure out how to defend virginity, but I don't know if you can even define it in a defensible way. Like, the thing is, I think placing value on someone's first time in a in the sense that it's okay for someone as an individual to put value in their first time and have expectations and also like feel pressure. In that sense, I think virginity is like sort of a fact of life, where if you're inexperienced and you haven't done it before, then you're going to feel some sort of way about it. But as a cultural term and something that other people place value on, I think it is indefensible completely. Is how I would put it. Those are two completely different things to me. Yeah, as an artist, I lost 20 sanity points for those clashing oranges and such. Okay, I'll change it later. Fair enough. Respectable. Fucking hell, man. I gotta have complementary colors and fucking a well thought out design. This is horseshit, man. I'm just a gamer, okay? There you are. I look forward to working closely with all of you for once, instead of providing force from afar. Oh yeah, Estera is definitely gonna die at this gathering. Or maybe not die, but she's gonna get deadly wounded, or like, incapacitated. Is everything in the Orgasmic Empire prepared for the gathering? To the degree we can, yes. This lesser city has been evacuated and enhanced. Supplies are prepared, and so on. But in terms of powerful magic, much less anything in the tower, there's not much point in trying to make any moves before we know more of the unknown variables. I presume that preparing methods to spy on the participants would violate your neutrality as host. Everyone will just check for them. The Anak might even check everything out of some absurd sense of balance. Yeah, Orkant is non-negotiable. Like, he is our Lord and Savior. I do think it's funny how much of a backseat is taken, though, since we started moving towards tower things. We did, however, reinforce your chambers as much as possible. Sent you some diagrams in that regard. I hope you received them. We're not stupid. Everything is set up for you to add your own defenses on top of the base. Thank you. Father, Rial and I will go to begin reinforcing everything as much as possible. So, what's your play for this gathering? I was thinking of asking you the same thing. Most of the time, I just try to entertain myself, taunt the Lust Lord a little, and maybe strengthen our economic ties. I have a feeling that this time will be more interesting. Did I miss one there? I don't think so. No. Much of our strategy remains to be determined. We need to know who all will... I hate your usage of who all. I posted in the Discord and it is technically correct, but it is a local, like... I won't say dialect thing, but it's something that's not used globally that frequently. There are some regions in the US where it is used colloquially, but it is not a very common way to link these things together. But it also, technically, is the most efficient word count way to say what you want to say here. So we need to know who all will be attending and what shape the gathering will take. It just reads so awkwardly. I can't stand it, but it is correct, so I can't argue about it either. Who all, motherfucker. The ostensible reason for this meeting is likely irrelevant. So long as the Lust Lord doesn't demand anything ridiculous, any tower treaty would likely benefit us. Again, you've moved beyond me in such things. What would count as ridiculous? Canada also uses a wall. Yeah, I saw a list of regions where it's common. It's I think it was a part of the US where it's used in speech, but I think in written text it's used like where it's needed. There's also what all, which I think is which I think is basically the same route. But I don't know if it is actually correct. I wish there was an easy authoritative source on this. But I don't think a dictionary would have the etymological root of it. Right? I don't think you could get the information there, unfortunately. But yeah, everything I see when I Google it, which I guess I shouldn't do off screen, I should do it on screen, but everything I see when Googling it tells me it's a colloquial term. The authoritative. How did I say tortive? How did that happen? The authoritative. It's like a tortoise. The authoritative tortoise. The afor tortoise. Source on English is fuck you. Yup. Dang, I gotta write down authoritative. Authoritative. It's the tortoise of authority. Demanding a total moratorium on tower research, for example. Moratorium is a, like, not ban, but it's a temporary stop, isn't it? Moratorium. Exactly, you need, yeah. Oh, that would never fly with the Anak, but I understand. We can coordinate as those things come up. I think it's likely that there will be events led by different Incubus Kings, like last time. Not if I can help it. Big waste of time dick measuring, if you ask me. Everybody knows that Simon has the biggest dick anyway. I see. Still, prepare everything we discussed. Iris, we don't know what will be decided in the initial meeting. We want to avoid a war, but I understand Incubus Kings sometimes die at these events. We'll take advantage of any opportunities that present themselves. Will this lead to a war with... I mean, they've been building up to a war with Aram for a long time. I wonder if this will lead to that. I mean, Munch, we can roll another Helsing Ultimate quote, which is if you find yourself in a dick measuring competition with a woman, then you must have started out life with the world's cruelest handicap. So you're playing a lot of this one by ear. That's not like you. Our means may be unknown, but our goals are certain. Iris? Yes, my lord. Our foremost objective of this gathering is to project soft power against the other nations. The followers of all the other Incubus Kings will be observing us, so this is our chance to show them that we can do better than their masters. The citizens of Rodak and Philon will be harder to reach, but we hope to at least have an impact. Lovely to see you scheming away. It really is remarkable how well you weaponize your harem. I've just used mine for sex and grown bored of them. Working together, I think we should be able to shape the course of the gathering. I look forward to one last dance. Iris, there's one nation we need to convince alongside Rodak and Philon. The Orgasmic Empire. Oh my, but the Emperor seems to be such a reliable ally. But she's uninterested in change, and the Orgasmic Empire has a great many problems. I couldn't change them years ago, but now... There should never be a need to fight the Orgasmic Empire, but we can show them a better way to live. Of course, my lord. Now, let's see what everyone else has done with our quarters. Still mad. What's even left to get? We have the Incubus King helmet. I'm thinking, like, by the end of the game, I want to see Simon in a full, like, Lich King outfit. Also, Demonic Fruit as well. I wonder when that's gonna be used. I wanna see him in a full Lich King outfit. What pieces do we have left? We have, like... We only have one piece left, right? Because we have 4 of them here. It would just be the weapon. Interesting. There's 1 piece per chapter. The 1 piece is real! Yeah, I made sure to get all of them, so I assume the last one was here, but I better see like an art with it in full Lich King style. These clocks are more impressive than those I saw in the palace. Estera spared no expense for the gathering, which means I gotta get that clock in my apartment. Why are you looking at wine? Do you drink, Robin? They provided us with endless wines, but no reading material. I hope to visit the library you mentioned from your previous visit. If we're attacked, I'll do whatever I can to defend us. She's just looking, like, longingly at the wine selection, like, maybe I could get drunk as fuck and have a good time this gathering. We barely arrived, and I'm already disliking the looks I'm getting. Oh, probably from other succubi. I also, the diamond, like, necklace thing is so interesting here. I assume you want warnings on shiny swords? Yeah, if I miss it, again, the way I save is, like, I always save different save files like this. So if I, like, trigger a cutscene where I can't go back and get it, then definitely tell me. I'll just reload. That's a perk of saving in the way I do, so I always catch them. So many beds, and they're comfy beds. This place is probably properly set up for orgies. And they're ostensibly the Doom King's beds. Nonsense, the door is heavily fortified and the spells around the chamber will sufficiently obscure our identities. Trust me, I helped out with the defenses and made sure of it. We'll be busy throughout the gathering, but we should have time to enjoy ourselves. If we didn't, it would be suspicious. We must fuck for the sake of international diplomacy. The last gathering was fun in some ways, but I hope this one completely blows it out of the water. Pretty hangy things. This place seems secure, but I'll be keeping an eye out. I hope my role here can be gratifying in a manner outside the usual. These chairs are damn comfortable. After the negotiations, we should get some for reasons. Oh yeah, good clarification, Gemelas. Yes, if I fuck up like a decision that makes it so I can't get a sword, that's a completely different thing. There's a locked drawer to store items, but I trust our own security more. Well, if I can interact with the drawers, there's gonna be one that has a shiny sword in it. Best to leave some wine out, so it seems like the Doom King has been busy. It's in the candelabra. I understand why they might have put out flowers, but I'm not sure why they chose these pictures. It's underneath the sheets in the bed. With that said, can I actually go outside here? The Doom King is needed for this meeting. Okay, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Welcome, one and all, to the gathering of kings. Meston. Purple dude. Is purple dude one of the old ones? I think either the red or the purple one is one of the old ones from the last gathering. I think. The other one is probably new. And there's a few here I don't recognize. This gathering is meant to address serious instability in the world, so there's no time for grand entrances. But the Incubus Kings have changed significantly since our last meeting. We should at least introduce ourselves. Oh, very well. My assistant will introduce everyone by order of seniority and power. Aren't these two different metrics? I feel like I should be number one, because I'm the most powerful, but I'm not the most senior. First, I am the Lust Lord. Nothing more need to be said. He's so uncool, man. Second, the Anak of Philon, which is probably the strongest one here. Present. His outfit reminds me of Taurens in World of Warcraft. They have a bunch of those, like, that I don't know what to call them. The, like, circular pieces. They're probably made out of metal. The Tauren have them too, so I wonder what culture they're taking from. Like, what inspiration they have in the real world. Next, our host, the Empress of the Orgasmic Empire. Tauren in World of Warcraft, I should say. No, obviously, I'm saying Tauren like it's a thing in this game. But no, in World of Warcraft. Next, our host, the Empress of the Orgasmic Empire. I welcome all of you to my domain, and invite you to partake of our bounty. If I recall correctly, Simon isn't very powerful because he's trying to convert the shard's power and not simply absorb it. The thing is, he's already fully absorbed the main shard that he got, and that one was a major shard. So at this point, he should be more powerful than the Fucklord was, and probably more powerful than the Incubus Emperor was. So he's definitely upper echelon, but he hasn't taken the new shards that he's gotten after the first one and fully absorbed it. So yeah, he's not like overbearingly powerful. My assumption is that the Anak is still more powerful than us, but I'm starting to gather that the Lust Lord is probably about our power level or slightly lower than us, is my current, like, guesstimate. But we'll see. Like, I think we're probably stronger than Astaire at this point. But if you overstep your bounds, you'll regret it. Obviously, the text hasn't said it clearly yet, but that's where my read on where our power level is right now lays. Next, the Doom King, the Empress's custodian over the continent of Arkland. This is tedious. This guy wasn't the... Was he in the last one, or is it just a similar... He's got a different outfit at the very least. If it's the same guy. I don't think it's the same guy. Say here, why was he introduced fourth? I am the Lord of Blood. Okay, no, he is from the last one. I have been an Incubus King far longer than this vassal. He's conquered most of a continent, Lord of Blood. What have you done lately? Bah! Trivialities. I'll show all of you my strength. Those are the 5 established Incubus Kings who have won titles for themselves. However, we have a number of new attendees. You gotta make some educated guesses, man. That's part of the fun. The first to arrive said he had no title and wanted to introduce himself. Okay, so this guy's the strongest one out of all of them. Okay, cool. So enemy number 1 is this guy. You wouldn't have a baller as fuck design like this if you weren't the most powerful one out of all of them. Alternatively, you might be... Okay, let's do like throwing out wild guesses. You're either not an Incubus King in the traditional sense, and you're like construct slash what's it called? Like you're someone else's... What's the word? You're someone else's thing or person or whatever, but you're not your own faction. So you could be like, I don't know, a goddess made an Incubus King. Ulrissa's doing some shit. I don't know. You're some faction's plan. Or alternatively, you're the secret final boss. Because you look baller as fuck. I had a third guess, but it was stupid, so I'm gonna discard the third guess. But you don't just introduce someone with this baller of a template if you're not cool. Oh, okay, a third guess is the white hair is kind of like an inverse of Tanarak, kinda. So related to Tanarak isn't a horrible guess either. I am Nyst. Also reminds me of Knight. Like, I wonder if... They mentioned that there's 2 more forces, tower forces working, probably on an axis, in the same way that Lust Purity and Incubus King Goddess are. So I wonder if Nyst is like night and day, maybe? That'd be interesting. How informative. What's with your ... Anak? Fuck does that mean? Why are you ... dotting? Second, we have Mestan, the lost prince of the sunken continent. That's me. Vengeance for the people of the depths. Third, we have Fuscao, who calls himself the Flame Lord. Hello, healer, redo of a healer protagonist. Are you going to, like, use your mind control magic on women who have treated you poorly? What are we dealing with here? I didn't expect the Incubus Kings to be so many orcs and freaks. You say that, but humans tend not to last very long as Incubus Kings. The succubus has lasted longer than most of you. Thank you for being so concerned with our stamina. Why, you insolent? Let her finish the fucking introductions. And finally, one more Incubus King arrived just before the deadline and asked to introduce himself. I am the Skull Pounder, and one day you shall all fear me. Okay, anyway. Likely. So you do have a sense of humor. When your parents gave you that name, was it aspirational, do you think? Bagger. Enough of this, let the revelry begin. Not so impatient. First, we must discuss our terms. All lesser beings, leave the room. This is a conversation among the rulers of the world. One person leaves. First, I expect all of you to understand that you are no longer in your own realms. Touch nothing that is not yours. Rest assured, you will be given rooms, slaves, and food finer than most of you have ever seen. But reach for what is not yours, and you will feel my wrath. And just who are you to order us around? Can you actually back up those laws? I agree. The freedom to do as you wish, Can we skip the song and dance for once? Make trouble and it will not go well for you. Was it the fucklord that had imprisoned Ginasta in the last gathering? Or was it the Anak? It was one of the two, I believe. No, it was the Lust Lord. Not Lust Lord, it was the fucklord for sure. And then she left. Yeah, it was... neither? No? Who was it? Who had her imprisoned? It wasn't the Incubus Emperor, was it? It was another who died? Oh yeah, did she one-shot him on the way out? I forget. I was just trying to see if that was gonna... Yeah, okay, that's what happened. Okay, my bad. Huh. Trying to think if any of these ones have a relation to Ginasta aside from the Lust Lord. No trouble. Does that answer your question? See, this is why streaming is so nice, because I don't have to look this shit up, I just have the answers in chat. It's wonderful. Does that answer your question? Fine. One day. The primary reason we are here is to discuss a treaty regarding large-scale magic, particularly in regard to the tower. What the fuck is that? Okay, so power play. Mestan, one-shot him, please. Just go and cut his throat. Or someone else, like, bonk him and then kill him. We can discuss what we do with the shards later, split in equal pieces or whatever, but like, can we get the noob out of here? If you don't know, you don't need to know, but you should support a treaty unless you want to be annihilated by spells from afar. Ah yes, I remember how confusing such matters were when I was a young Incubus King. The world contains many strange secrets. If any of you young ones desire assistance, perhaps we can come to an agreement. He's angling to establish himself as a potential patron. Perhaps I shouldn't let it pass unnoticed. And why would we give a fuck? Like, legitimately, why would we ever give a fuck? This is such a nothing statement. And I feel like we would be... compromising ourselves further if we reacted to something this basic. I think playing aloof and not caring is better. Hello, Twisted Wonder. Wonderful, wonderful name for, what's it called? For this type of stream. I'm gonna say nothing. I don't think this matters. Never mind all that nonsense. I want to know about the events we'll have this gathering. Really? So much is at stake and you want to play games. It's a gathering tradition for every Incubus King to present something. A lot of things are tradition. Oh, let them. Arguing will only make this more tedious. Really? You of all people are supporting them. Glad to see you're a voice of reason. So the thing is, they never spotted us doing the Lust Lord thing, but do I really care to be on his side in any meaningful way? I guess the main thing is if we take his side, he would stop trying to undermine us and still keep trying to get on our side. Basically, keep him guessing on if we're enemies or allies, which could be useful. Esther, it's like... that's the expected choice. Anak is a little weird because it's like we're arguing against Estera, which weakens which shows people that we're not quite as tied together as we pretend to be. Which could be good, actually. I mean, we are the new kid on the block. I don't think remain silent is the choice here. The choice is between these three for me. We want to have an opinion. Okay, so here's my read. Estera is the basic bitch option and won't lead to any major change. Lust Lord, I hate his guts and I want him to die in a fire, and he's such a loser, so for my own sanity I could not support him, even though it might be optimal. And Anak is interesting, and I would rather he... Like, I don't want him to see us as an enemy too early, so I will support Anak, I believe. I think that's the one that I'm most interested in. I don't know which one's correct at all. I have no, like, guess even. However, Anak is the interesting one, so that's the one I'm doing. What game is this? This is a RPG Maker porn game that we are 135 hours into. I will give you the Steam page so that you can get a general idea what it is. But we are like 30 something streams, maybe 35 streams into this porn game. So we're in the very end game. But this is an epic fantasy RPG is the way I'd put it. The Anak is right. Let's not waste time. Oh, very well. We can have such festivities. Why make an issue of it? Can your failing empire not support such events? On the contrary, I prepared for this outcome. What I have to offer will far outshine whatever food you throw out. It is tradition for the eldest to begin the gathering with a feast. But yeah, these are the Incubus Kings, so lots of sex abound. It's a tradition for you to say the word tradition every few minutes. I still don't know what the fuck you're all talking about. Okay, in character, we would mock here. Who the fuck is this guy? Well, Kirby, you missed a little bit, but this is a new Incubus King. We don't know anything about him. Let's play to our persona and mock him. Children wouldn't know. Each of us is in charge of one day of the gathering, to schedule as they see fit. Generally, it's contests or revelry. The big thing right now is that I'm realizing now that my choices kind of don't make that much sense, because I'm still thinking about it from the perspective of Simon, but we're doing it as the Doom King. So, it's a little interesting to do it in character there. Makes sense, Kirby. Yeah, no, a bunch of shit has happened, but here's the next gathering, is where we're at right now. And yes, the Steam page is crazy. I'll tell you this, the writing in this game is S tier. It's so good. Each of us is in charge of one day of the gathering. Schedule as they see fit. Generally, it's contests or revelry. For example, I have prepared a great feast for tonight, served by the most attractive of my servants. Of course, your new arrivals cannot be expected to have prepared, so it will just be the 5 of us. So, should we make the gathering 5 days as well? There's the small matter of magical negotiations. This is almost as bad as when the Fucklord and Incubus Emperor were bickering. Let's keep it simple. 1 day for each of the senior members, then as many days of negotiations as are required. Reasonable? I see no reason to discuss it further. Yeah, I can't be bothered to put anything together, so I'll leave it to you. Then all are in agreement. We can... I have an event. Okay, new guy. You? What do you mean? I prepared an event in advance. Make it 6 days. Okay, so the fact that you knew about this beforehand is another notch in the tied to a major power or way more powerful than you let on / isn't a newbie in any regular sense. Fine, 6 days. It would be better to negotiate some meanwhile, but I suppose we must discuss that in tedious detail. I've been looking forward to this. I want the 2nd day. Prepare your orcs for combat. We can't let our host make such bold claims. I think the Empress should go second. This discussion could go on for some time. What should be my approach? Influence the whole gathering, support Astera, extend Olive Branch to Lustlord, appeal to Anak. Jesus Christ. What are we trying to accomplish here is the main thing. I think... we do hate choices. Influence the whole gathering is really weird as an option. I feel like that's definitely the wrong one. We want soft power. Yeah, Simon told us what the goals are. I'm talking about what I think the goals are. Like, what I want out of them. There's always different ways to play this, so... I'm really curious about this option. Extend Olive Branch to Lustlord. Appeal to Anak does nothing. He hasn't said anything of value in this discussion, so I don't see why that would matter. Olive Branch to Lustlord is just telling Astera to go second. Influence the whole... it's either support Astera or extend an Olive Branch. I'm gonna extend an Olive Branch, I think. That's the most soft power approach. And I don't think Astera would mind. The main thing is... how much control do we want Astera to have of this discussion? I don't want to empower the Lustlord too hard so that Astera gets, like, sidelined, and he actually gets to dictate things. So I'm very torn. I think it's between these two, though. Appeal to Anak is so interesting, though. One day for each. Yeah, what are you appealing to? That's why I kind of want to click it. Because I don't know what it means. But I think support Astera is the one you should do. Influence the whole gathering is super interesting. Let me see. I went against Astera last time. But I haven't done anything for Lustlord. Extend Olive... I'm gonna extend on Olive Branch. Fuck it. This is almost as bad as when the Fucklord and Incubus Emperor were arguing. That's correct. The Fucklord was a character from before. He was a neckbeard. So... I'm happy you missed him. God. This game is very worth playing. There's a ton of... like... can't even give, like... there's so many things that sound too ridiculous to be part of the game that are part of the game. So that is everything we discussed. Mostly tedious, but good to lay ground rules. We all have significant freedom of movement, which will be good for our negotiations. I'm most pleased that you acknowledge that spying will take place, and no wars will be fought over it. We'd best not push our luck with some of these personalities, but yes, this should be a more stable gathering than the last. That is all well and good, my lord, but what will be the order of events? The Lustlord's feast is tonight, then the Lord of Blood will take the 2nd day, likely with another contest of orcish strength. Ooh, Cumdump will go tell Talkie Orc. Oh, Twisted Wonder, welcome to Cumdump. Spelled Q-U-M space D parentheses U-M-P-E. But in conversation, she refers to herself as just Cumdump. The Empress is third. We haven't discussed our full plans, but she implied it would be some sort of sexual demonstration. The 4th day is the Annex, so we can assume it will be empty, but surprisingly, a brand new Incubus King named Nyst took the 5th day. Anything from Estan? He was uncharacteristically quiet for parts of the meeting. We did just help him. Do you think he would talk to us about his plans? I'm honestly not sure, but it might be worth a shot. My lord, the order of events? We're 6th, Iris. The two of us can discuss it in private later. Yes. The major thing I notice is that we aren't all required for each day. Does that mean that some of us can work on other plans meanwhile? I assumed as much, and I've been working on different potential teams. I wish to see the Orgasmic Empire if possible. Fortunately, at least one outing should focus entirely on it. This may be awkward, but the harem is more than big enough, right? Is it okay if I work with my mother? We could use an official liaison to the Orgasmic Empire. Great, I'll do my best. Ilstar and Iris, let's discuss our plans in greater detail. God, it must be so overwhelming with the amount of characters on screen. Again, we're 130 hours into this game. Okay, is anyone else frustrated that Incubus Kings just keep popping up? Even more than last time. I just thought we did a better job of snapping up all the small shards. No, you did. Something is highly suspicious about so many of them appearing like this. I'm reasonably certain that Mestan got one of the Fucklord's shards, but the others... Do you have any theories, Riala? I can share a few thoughts, but I leave this investigation to you. There's a great deal of work to do on other fronts. But I suppose I could try... So the number is suspicious. What does that really mean? I suspect an older Incubus King might be behind some of them, seeking to replicate the success Estera has had with the Doom King. The Anak, maybe? They might have taken or found a smaller shard, or shipped off part of their own. Whoa, would any of them actually do that? It's a pretty crazy idea. If we gather enough information about them, we may be able to determine more about their origins. And that's another job I can help with, isn't it? I believe so. We should remain cautious for now, but please prepare for covert operations. Right now, during the feast, our illusions are good, but I don't know if they're up to that yet. The magic isn't prepared either. Why not just orient yourself first? Can do. Okay, so we're playing as a subsection of... no, we're playing as the entire group bar fucking Simon. Where the fuck did Simon go? Okay, Simon's doing other shit. Makes sense. Oh yeah, because he's in the room discussing right now with the other... Yeah, because he said everyone else is out. Everyone else while the Incubus Kings talk. So this is what we're doing in the meanwhile, while they're discussing. Interesting. Oh, I can't help but feel that extending an olive branch to the Lust Lord is the wrong choice. Oh, I'm so... analysis paralysis, but we're running with it. I said that we're not doing anything optimal. We're running with it. I don't have enough information to go on, so... We're making... I have a plan for it, at least, like how I'm trying to balance it. And the idea was that the Lust Lord is the second event, so it's one of the earliest ones. So we want to be in his good graces for that event, and then afterwards we can stop supporting him quite as much. I know you rely on your magical defenses, but we'll guard you as well as we can too. Orkind! Nice to see you out here, but you can join us in our chambers if you want. Obviously he can, but Aka, maybe ease up on the innuendo. Everyone knows what I meant. Your continued kindness is appreciated, but I am here by choice, serving as an exemplar to other orcs. And you're a great one, but I think you're being ironic. Indeed, I wandered in self-absorption for a long time, so I doubted my worth as an example, but I realized that this was also a failing. Henceforth, I shall spend more time looking outward, which in this case means conversing with other orcs and generating propaganda. Not propaganda, we're better. What? No, we're not. Wait, has Bolya been along the entire time? Sneaked out with you. No lab, got bored. It seems clear that my role as a brute warrior will continue to decline, at least after tomorrow. So now, I must represent our nations and our vision for the future. Let us know if you need anything. I would, but you have already helped a great deal. Robin, I shall at last utilize your kindness tomorrow. It was no kindness. Instructing such an engaged pupil was a relief. Are you going to be pulling out magic? Only of the stabbing variety. Works for me! Though I am always glad to speak with you. In this case, it demonstrates orcish equality, the likes of which most of these can only dream. We show all other nations the fancy guard. Intriguing, intriguing. But yeah, Twist of Wonder, you caught us in the interesting part of the game, I say. There's combat segments, and then there are story segments, and then there are politics segments, and you caught us in a politics segment. So there's a lot of dialogue, but there's a lot of intrigue, which is why I like it a lot. I hope Steinfort has as many succubi walking freely one day. Oh, it does. Emperor say, room not ready. A second gathering in my lifetime. How wonderful. So much more variety than I thought. Hello, Shia. Nice to see you again, Nalili. I don't suppose Simon is with you? He's defending our quarters while the Doom King is at a feast. They plan to trade responsibilities. Ah, I understand completely. Wishing you could bang him, huh? I bet you could, if Mom is okay with it. Interesting as that might be, I truly wanted to speak with him regarding your mother. About what? It's nothing critical, just she's wary. I worry that she may begin making decisions that are not in her best interest. For how much time would you like to continue streaming? I said 2 hours, but I feel like 10 minutes have passed, so I could keep going until like midnight. I don't know. I'll probably keep going until I get tired or like people all go to bed. I will, however, take this opportunity to refill my water bottle. Or soda, rather. I have a water bottle that's still decently full. Well, I won. What do you mean you won? Won't go to bed? Oh, won't. I see. Oh, you're a winner in my mind. But yeah, so no stopping for you. God damn it. Okay, never mind. I'll keep going until 8 in the morning. Yeah, Niklas, I've always... Anytime I stream after like 6, I just assume that you'll be to bed by the end of the stream every time. Because you're like set up with the perfect sleep schedule, which I respect immensely. I fucked up my sleep schedule yesterday, so I have to tank that, but that's okay. It happens. I'll probably go until I get hungry, is a better way to do it. Right now I don't feel hungry at all, so I'm vibing. What's a sleep schedule? Fucking mood. I'll grab some soda real quick though. Yeah, I will clear that segment, no problem. Nice above. I'll keep going for a while for sure. But let me get some soda and go piss real quick, so I'll be right back. Thanks for the reminder. You should all stretch. We'll stand up and stretch. This is the wrong order. I don't know why I filled up the soda bottle, or like the soda before I went to go piss. That seems very unoptimal, but I did. BRB. And we're back. Let's go. It's nothing critical, just she's wary. I worry that she may begin making decisions that are not in her best interest. I've been thinking that I want to help her during the gathering. She doesn't have many people, does she? She has prostitutes, warriors, and assistants galore. But few true elites. My presence is proof of how few she has. But I do believe you're among them. Perhaps you can make this gathering enjoyable for her. I hope so. Go fuck her. Go fuck your mom. Nalili, go fuck your mom for the greater good. This Lord of Blood's house. Stay away. Ah, this place is more like it. Bony orc strong. You're the blood place, not you. Much orcs, much succubi, much rock. Color like us, but not. They not like us. That's a Kendrick Lamar fan right there. We come fight much. No entry to the Lust Lord's chambers. Lust Lord in the middle, of course, of course. Ooh, who do we have here? Greetings. My name is Vun. What the fuck is your necklace thingy? It looks like an alien head. Why is your sapphire that big? That shit's crazy. That cannot be comfortable. It even seems to dig into the shirt a little bit. Greetings, my name is Vun. If you're thinking of slaking your lusts on me, you should know that the Lust Lord would kill you for touching me. Oh, are you part of his harem? Then I don't think we've ever met someone like that. I feel a sexual connection to an incubus king. Fancy finally meeting you. Normally, we're not allowed to meet anyone, but the Lust Lord felt that since others were showing off their harems, he needed to compete. Excellent. Please excuse me, I should not be seen talking to anyone for too long. Ugh, okay, Lust Lord is such a... he's so possessive for sure. Psst, Balia, did you know her? Do you want to talk? No. Which part of that are you saying no to? I recognize her a bit. Didn't remember her name. She was boring. But hot. Maybe. I don't know. Isn't basically everyone boring to you, though? It's not the same. That one and the others in the Lust Lord's harems just exist there. They don't do anything. Trophy wives! Trophy wives! Yippee! Most of you do things that are boring to me, but I can tell that you have brains somewhere in there. I'll take it. This harem is so much better than the Lust Lord's. But still, we've got to get to know this Vun better. Vun. Vun, 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 Vun. It's like a rooming engine. Fine Rodakan cider for anyone who wants it. Ooh, yummy, 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 yummy. We come them once. Hey, just one cup. You can't drink it all. We saw you at the last gathering, right? That's right. It was such a good business opportunity, I decided to come again. Coming again is always a good idea. Yup. Some of that full heals me. I looked at Yara's mana and got confused on how to do a triple take. Please excuse me, I'm here to be seen, not heard. Oh. Right, I see how it is. It's not here. I'm not here as an official Iron Cudgel. It's just to gain some experience and maybe take a break. It's like all the orcs these days are color coded. I don't like it. Big, big! Finally, place big enough for ogres. Sorry, but the Emerald Hall is locked until the Empress's orgy. Gotta get everything ready. Queen Philia said there was no need to attend this one, but I wanted to come for my own sake. He's supposed to guard, but everybody's so strong. Yeah, I do love... Like, why are you even guarding? It's completely worthless. Oh, is Simon with you? He's meeting with the Doom King, so to speak. Is there something you need? You stand guard in our base, so you know we all bear such atrocity. No, authority. Why did I say atrocity? Well, I'm here to meet succubi from other nations, so it's okay if you say no, but I wanted to ask about something. I've already gotten a lot of attention for my condition, but said little. I wondered if it might not be beneficial to discuss it. Ooh, I think I like where this is going, but why don't you say it clearly? I just thought it might be good to remind succubi from other nations what incubus kings could do to them if they choose. The more I think about it, the less I think I should have extended an olive branch to the Lust Lord. I think it's a good idea, but be cautious. If you come off as giving propaganda, they might wonder if we did this to you. Ah, I hadn't thought about that. Also orcs. What I think Balia means is that you can also remind orcs how little their masters value them. Thank you for affirming my plans and giving me so much to think about. It's a great idea. Absolutely go for it. It's easy to bring up because I get so much attention. Small houses. The priestesses of the Lust Lord here in the Orgasmic Empire seem so stiff, and not the body parts you'd want to be stiff. We're not going to let those Evalan succubi look sexier than us. We wanted the succubus holy knights to guard those who came, but I guess it wasn't to be. Well, that's sad. This feels like one of the first times where our unoptimal decision making meant that we didn't get the succubus holy knights here when they would be here if we did better with the church. Honestly, this is more devastating than the Impaler. Yellarel said it might be too dangerous to send an official contingent, but she funded those of us who were passionate about taking the risk. Ah. Ooh. Fëanorson succubi are so delicious. I've even invested in them. Did I? Let me check if I have them in my spreadsheet. I don't think I did at the end. I think in the end I actually didn't invest in them. They're tagged as a maybe investment, so I'm gonna guess that I didn't invest in them. Which is why we're gonna replay the game from that moment now and then go back and invest in them. Since last time, things better for Erosion orcs. Ooh, so much fine orc flesh on display. Skull Pounder, best king. Pound all others. Why are all the orcs hanging around our rooms? These orcs got good stuff. I'll get good stuff. Just one fuck Orgasmic Empire succubi. Oh, Grubak, you're here to represent Takan, right? Indeed. You have been long valued allies to us, so we will now support you. Yippee! A lot of things are going on, but I hope we can improve things for Orkkind as well. One hopes. What's your exact agenda then? First, to participate in the great contest of orcs that is to come. Second, to negotiate and connect with whatever representatives will meet with us. But beyond those points, I wish to investigate the Orgasmic Empire and see if the rumors of orc treatment are true. It isn't the best, I'm afraid. We may not be able to do anything about it, but we will at least discover the scope of the problem. Well, we'll support you in that, if we can. Yeah, absolutely. Your support is expected, but still appreciated. This complex is a carefully cultivated place, not truly representative of the empire around us. We fight for Takan! I came to make a profit off of all the orcs here, but they're short on both sex and good sense. We could buy drinksies for Taki Orc. Oh, it's saying that you can buy healing potions for him, but I already own a few, so I don't think I need it. Good to know that that type of orc segment is coming up. First time we'll feel the loss of the Impaler. That's the annex door. Better stay away. Okay, well, fuck you. All the Incubus Kings are feasting right now. We'd better stay clear. Come down once yummies. Sure, Simon will give you some later. Yanus! What kind of yummies could you be referring to? Either. Okay, well, I think we're done here. Unless you have something new to say. Nope. Yeah, Sahad, the game is evil. That's the way I'd phrase it. This game might be one of the most evil games I've ever played. Because it's so long, and it has so many real decisions, and it's really evil that is allowed to happen. Tomorrow will be packed with events, so we need to conclude all our planning tonight. The basics of our plan are clear enough. Participate enough to represent us well, but also participate in negotiations and investigations. playing the Doom King, my role will be limited, but I'm confident leaving all this in the hands of those I love. Aww. This event will be a contest of orcish strength. Orkant, you will head up all our public operations. I do hate decisions. Psst. Simon talks about those he loves, and then the first person he mentions is Orkant. Which is fucking based. He is the best character. Love need not be carnal to be authentic. Strumpet. He's so real. Talky Orc is funny. Our primary team will have 2 roles, defending ourselves from spies and participating in events as necessary. It'll be Robin, Ginasta, Uyae, and Altina. We'll do our best. Sabitha will also be supporting you in tower affairs, and if it comes to a true battle, myself and Wendy's can join in. But every day it's possible, we'll have another team investigating other Incubus Kings. Your tasks will be both dangerous and delicate. Which is why I'll be heading up the group to provide illusions. To support you, we'll add Aka for stealth, Dari for investigations, and Kum is the best suited healer as a succubus. Almost like old times. God, I barely use Cum Dump. The fact that she doesn't have a defensive buff is the main thing holding her back. But I think maybe I should invest in, like, now that Vala can be run with the succubus, maybe it's worthwhile to run a reverse one where instead of buffing our defenses with Karina, you run Vala and Kum instead. Maybe. Cumdom thinks the last Gatherer thingy would have been more fun with Stabby Girl. I'll do my best. But perhaps the most important team will be our negotiators. Riala, Magail, Lenine, Karina. You all have an important role to play. A good offense is the best defense. Strongly disagree in this game. The way that the defense works, or like the damage values work in this game, means that defense is so insanely important to optimize. But I know you're memeing. It shouldn't come to violence, but if it does, Karina and I can keep us safe. But why am I on that team at all? Fear of the church. Fear of the church is one of the main obstacles to integrating with us on many levels. They need a face to put on the big scary army. I hope that my words will be able to reach them. I'm sure you'll do wonderfully, Karina. Next, the Anik is such an important player and potential threat that we'll have a team specifically dedicated to him. Aurelici, you're in charge, so worm your way as close as you can. You'll have Varia and Vala for support. I suppose Vala will make people uncomfortable no matter what, but probably the least when it comes to him. Should I put on a sexy dress to blend in? What, do I just not count? Kill whatever I point you at. The rest of you all have specialized roles to play, but we've already discussed them. I believe this is a strong, flexible plan. We're no longer a tiny force that can be denied. Don't cause a war, but you can push back if anyone challenges you. But the best offense is a sneaky offense. They won't know what hit them. I look forward to seeing all of you again out of the armor. Welcome, one and all. Today will be a celebration of raw strength. Those of you who attended the last gathering will remember my contest among our orc armies. This one shall be far grander. Does he have a fucking scythe? Nyst has a fucking scythe. He's so cool. Okay, I think we should change protagonist to Nyst. And do not think I will hand over the crown so easily. This time, my orcs have grown strong, perhaps enough to challenge all of yours. As if it will matter. Crude orc breeding is the past, and this will be nothing but a contest of strength in the tower. We shall see. Get on with it. Is this going to be another tournament, just bigger? No, I thought this year should be more complex. There'll be 3 contests of individuals, of elites, and of mass infantry. How dull. My elites will mop the floor with all of yours. But there's no point in the other competitions. So you say. I have one more thing to say to the rest of you. Those orcs who prove themselves will receive a great reward from me. Now, you have until the bell to prepare, then we begin the contests. It bothers me to sit here and do nothing, but I'll just have to leave it up to Orkant and Balia. So we start soon, right? That would be a summary of what he said. Yes. Sorry, wasn't listening very well. I tried, I really did, for the sake of Simon and the others, but the politics before the contest are just so dull. But you did comprehend the shape of the contest, I trust. There'll be several different ones. That's more interesting than just one group of best orcs. But I feel like there's more going on than winning via brute strength, and I'm not sure I get that part. An astute observation. There's the greater conflict between Incubus Kings, and we have a set of objectives on top of that. Note how the Lust Lord attempted to denigrate the competition. This was the cover for how many of his tower-capable orcs we devastated. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I will represent us in the individual competition, and my usual allies will join us as an elite group. Unless you have others in store. I really think doing the olive branch for the Lust Lord was really stupid. No, pure quality is best. No one will remember how many orcs we've fielded, just a sense of their quality. So you have been thinking about this. Well, Simon helped me think about it, but your rebirth is my best work anyway. What about the mass infantry competition? Are our usual army orcs too prepared for that? Yes, but in anticipation, I gathered a group of volunteers with potential who desire a rebirth. Then I can use them. You're very useful. Am I being offensive? I can't tell in general, and you're hard to read, even with all my expertise. I know your views on Orkind and anticipated the tenor of our collaboration. Is your human here? Due to the likelihood of treachery, Kara remained at the base. If you intend to return to her, you should be cautious. I can support you or even perform another rebirth, but my power is limited. I can't create another Orkan-type orc for her, so it would be easier if you just stayed alive. I accept your concern, and I will do my utmost to return us both safely home. That is good. Anyway, what are these other objectives you talked about? Are they boring? The question is, what type of orc is truly superior, and for what purpose? Different participants have different answers. The answer for winning the competition is biggest orc is best orc, but that's a simple answer. And what do we win? A trivial amount of money, and the esteem of those we esteem not. So good, man. So, we're optimizing for something else, presumably not transformational elegance and intelligence. And intelligence isn't shown by the contest. Keep in mind the Lord of Blood's strange promise of reward. I presume he is looking for orcs he could influence away from their current lords. So that's what that was. I suppose that makes sense. He's still an orc, in his head too. I had presumed he was an orc who acquired a shard, but I was uncertain. It would be hard to rebirth, but it might be possible with help from the others. You think Simon could capture him for me? That would be politically infeasible. Yeah, I was afraid of that. But I figured out your weird riddle. Our objectives are making an impact on the audience, not winning. Correct. The winning itself would be a favorable impact. So we could appeal to brute orcs with strength, or the Lust Lords via tower magic, or fancier nations with civilization. I thought other things intruding on this would be obnoxious, but it's an interesting optimization problem. There's also the Orgasmic Empire, or more specifically the succubi within it. I believe Simon would like to influence them as well. Perhaps those succubus-like orcs I've been working on for Simon. I think that would appeal to them. Oh, it would be fun to try all these at once. But since that's not possible, which group should I optimize for? It's civilization or attractiveness, I think. Because I think raw strength and tower magic, we should have everyone solidly beat already, I think, right? So it's civilization or attractiveness is my guess. Given that we wanna given that it's been explicitly stated that we wanna convert the Orgasmic Empire away from them, so that, like, you know, when Estera finally passes, that, you know, they can live at our place. I think attractiveness is the correct choice here. In general, like improving things for the Orgasmic Empire. So I think if we want to win them over, it's attractiveness. So I am, even though this is the one I would never pick in real life. Why do you think your orcs are already the strongest? You gotta believe in your own fucking people, man. I've invested a lot in the orcs, and we beat we beat the Lust Lord earlier. Every single time we've had an orc competition, except... Look, our orcs are the strongest because I can reload saves. I'm gonna go with attractiveness. I don't think raw strength is necessary. God, you play Devil Advocate so effectively. It's really annoying. I think we should make the hottest orc. Okay, you sold me. That's all you needed to say. Insanely, like one sentence, just bam. It's that easy. Let's make the hottest orc. Okay, later you can tell me when the other ones are important, and we can do those too. Well, I'm glad to see you're enthusiastic. Let me know if further assistance is required. It's mostly magic stuff from now on. Just fight things and stay out of the way. But, Orkent, I like you. Somehow you made all that boring stuff a bit interesting. I guess the main thing is, I don't know if losing the Impaler lost us actual, like, orc strength as a stat. If it didn't, I think we're squarely safe. If it did, we might be a little bit tenuous to get, like, the best result or whatever, but who cares? I want the hottest orc. And I want more drink, so I'll be right back in a second. Ice in my drink. Oh, I said that too far away from the mic. I put ice in my drink, and the whenever I finish it with the ice still left there, I'm like, I should refill it with something else so I can get the benefit from the ice. Thank you, Balia. I look forward to working together. Time's up. The contests of strength will begin now. I clear my throat randomly. Several of the younger Incubus Kings chose not to put orcs into the competition, but I hope the battle inspires them to participate next time. Anything other than personal strength is meaningless. Coward! The Skull Pounders orcs will fight to the bitter end. I don't mind watching all these burly orcs sweat for us, but I don't have any I wanted to throw into the grinder. One more thing. Though the nation of Takan will fight on behalf of the Doom King, their leader wanted to say something. Takan is the greatest orc nation that has ever existed. Witness the strength that comes when we stand together. I love saying this in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking Incubus Kings. You would be, like, insanely laughed out of the room. Yeah, exactly, wrong audience. Like, the worst people you could ever say this to. Where did Dracula come from? I started doing numbers, listing numbers. That just kind of comes out sometimes. 1 Incubus King, 2 Incubus King, ha ha ha, 3 Incubus Kings. Or like when you ride on the coattails of the Incubus King who foolishly raised you from brutes. Say what you like, you will witness our might. 1 might, 2 might. I say that the true power of Orkind is born from conflict, and today will prove it. All of you fighting, think on what I have said. If you seek to take for yourself, instead of serving, prove yourself to me. Dear tyrants, are newborn democracy is very cool and based, and if you could send some strong orcs to us so that they can live a better life than with you fuckasses, then that would be appreciated. Thank you, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good day! All of you fighting, think on what I have said. If you seek to take for yourself instead of serving, prove yourself to me. Now, let the individual competitions begin. Agility might be key. If even once I get a extra attack in before the enemy, I think that probably is better than +10 attack. Let me check. I don't use magic, do I? Burning attack is technically magic. In which I should probably use Orc Hero Sword then. Okay, anything to give us a buff before the fight. Skull Pounder Orc, strongest of all. I mean, historically, what you do every time is that you defensive attack so they get weaker. Oh yeah, I have healing every turn. I forgot about that, it's good to remember. Your self-estimation is inaccurate. I would suggest you reconsider. Smash puny orc! Ooh, I don't have much mana, actually. That is really important. I fear that your era is ending, Ogre. The future will require more of you than brute force. We both had easy fights until now, but I represent the Lord of Blood, and I will not go down so easily. Yippee! Wait. Oh yeah, you did jump in last stream. You said you missed most of the last stream, but yeah, you did jump into it. I saw the watch 25 consecutive streams. That's a big-ass streak, given how rarely I stream, I feel. Thank you very much, Kirby. We both had easy fights until now, but I represent the Lord of Blood, and I will not go down so easily. Can you believe you can't share a 69 stream streak? What? Twitch stream streak 69. Or, watch streak. I don't see anything about 69. You got me. After 10, it's just every 5. No! That's fucked up. That's messed up. And I'ma be real. I love a cold light, a peaceful gray, or a terrible warmth. Real. I mean, I like a terrible warmth. I just have to open the window, and it's cold again. And step forward and show me your worth. Okay, so the main question is... what would be... mathematically the best? Like, chance to lower the amount of damage you take. Probably defensive attack before blinding attack. I'm trying to think if I dodge 1 out of 3 times, is that better than getting the defensive attack off and having them debuffed first? Really unsure. Let's start defensive. Oh, he's like blind immune anyway. Or it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. I'm at full HP, I have 40 mana. Do I have regular mana potions? I do have regular mana potions. I'm gonna... Because I used... Wait, so I'm curious anything... let me see. Is there I just want to make sure I have max mana for when I get a fight where I need to do 5 fire attacks to win. So strong. Your strength was considerable. You do your master proud. Your question now is if you should be satisfied by that. I must beg you, please allow me to win this battle. I trust, or perhaps hope, that this is not simply a crude tactic. You don't understand how bad it is in the Orgasmic Empire. My Empress says if I can't make myself useful, she'll kill me. We said that we wanted to help the orcs. We want to help the succubi and the orcs of the Orgasmic Empire. I think that's more important than winning here. I've already done the attractive check for the succubi. Yield a match. Thank you for restoring me. That was weird. You could have won if you made different decisions, and it's not like you to make inferior decisions. I may have foolishly accepted a sub-story, but when my opponent said he was fighting for his life, I thought I heard a specter of authenticity. Owner was going to reshape him or something. That's bad for him, I suppose. It need not be relevant to you, but I intend to follow up on the matter later. He said he was native to the Orgasmic Empire. Well, you still want some money for your fights. Insanely big. Anyway, get ready for the group fights. Hopefully no sub-stories there. Can't believe I used a mana goo for nothing. Okay, so what's this? I had Robin help me create a... Also, I had the strongest orc. We never even saw an orc that could beat me. I had Robin help me create a projection to organize our investigations. As I see it, these are our targets. The Anak gets his own team, and we know the Empress, so they don't count. What's our approach then? What's most important is the chance to sneak into their rooms and snoop around. We'll only get rare chances at that when everyone is distracted. I'll talk to their subordinates and snoop around myself, but I can do that anytime. 6 Incubus Kings. We might not get a chance to investigate them all. Then, depending on how things go. Comdump wonders what is the sparkle thing. Right, that. We also have the option of mapping the tower in the area while everyone else is distracted. Probably wouldn't be as valuable as intelligence about an Incubus King, but it's an option to help out. Okay, so it's better than the least valuable Incubus Kings. A nice parting remark from a loser. If you weren't so damn useful, I'd ban you. It's really a rough situation to be in when you're so useful that you get like diplomatic immunity to be annoying because you help out a bunch as well. It's really annoying that you tread the line so well. Alright then, let's get started. Do we want to investigate the Lust Lord's chambers? I feel like we should, because he has his during the second day, so we want knowledge beforehand. Lord of Blood chamber. It's either Lord of Blood, because it's the one we're doing now, or it's the Lust Lord. I know this is a bit late, but I just wanted to question if we really want to do this. You worried that Mestan would notice us? They might, but it's been an ally, you know? He's in trouble with that Lilith creature chasing him around. Maybe it would be better to just treat with him directly? If he wanted our help, he should have come to us when he got his shard. No, dude, I'm helping him. So how many new Incubus Kings have we killed off lately? Can you blame him? Commandant thinks it would be nice to help Stabby Guy. I think there are risks either way. Just let me know what you want to do. Okay, so I probably am gonna approach him directly immediately. No, no, no. Okay, let me approach Meston directly. I think that's the first thing we want to do. I'm worthy of having my place sneaked into, huh? I'm honored. Oh, we wanted to make ourselves obvious to you. We just didn't want anyone else to see. Normally I'd tell you to fuck off, but I was in a rough situation, and you went out of your way to help me. No problem. If you'd stuck around, we would have tried to help more. Commandant thinks the Stabby Guy has a problem. Yeah, that little bitch keeps chasing me around, trying to hollow me out and wear me like a suit. Whoa, that's Lilith's goal? Can I just tell you how much less cool Lilith is in this game than Diablo Lilith? They really messed up on the design. They should have made her like the Diablo Lilith. Really like a missed opportunity. Near as I can tell, she's not the most consistent entity I've ever seen. Fortunately, I think she's telling the truth. She created me from out of nothing, on a whim. What if that backstory is fake too? We got that impression. Can you tell us more? I suppose if I don't talk to you, I can't talk to anyone. Simon isn't with you. He's busy with stuff for the whole gathering. Fine, here's what I know. Lilith is a being of pure chaos, which makes her powerful, but also unable to grasp reality very well. SMT4 Lilith. SMT4 Lilith. Lilith, make me time save wiki. I know the PSX design because that's the one that's used in Persona. What's 4? Okay, why the fuck is this her design in 4? It's kind of cool. I kind of dig it, but it's definitely wrong. Why is this her design in Persona 4 or Shin Megami Tensei 4? Like, she looks so normal in the other ones. This one's sick. This one's so good. But like, this? Why? You're not wrong. Insane design. She decided to create a body, specifically a male body, so it could take a shard and help increase her power. But somewhere along the way, I went off the rails, became my own person. Lilith is split between entertained and furious. Aw, poor Stabby Guy. Not every day you find out you don't really exist, huh? I don't think that's true. I mean, you do exist. Yes, but I was created on a whim by some... So is everyone. Some of us come into the world because someone wanted us, but some are just born. We're all given lives that we have to deal with. I admit, you drew a weird hand, but all you can do is play it, right? Are you really trying to encourage me, despite everything? Why not? We're not enemies, are we? I don't really know. I don't know a lot of things. He's so much better than Kirito. Just be blunt. What do you want from me? Honestly, we came without an agenda. We wanted to try to improve the world through this gathering. You could support the Doom King's resolutions, maybe. That could be nice. Seriously? This isn't some big scheme to snap up lesser shards? It's really not. If we can improve the world without fighting any other Incubus Kings, we'd like to take that route. Doubt. I'm gonna be so real. That's a doubt on that one, Chief. I don't think it's likely, but there's no reason we have to fight. I'm mainly using the gathering to keep away from Lilith. If you leave me alone, maybe we can talk later. I think we can agree to that. Stabby Guy needs a hug. Nope. Aww. Okay, so the first thing you do is leave this place, but instead we're gonna snoop around and actually investigate now. And find a shining sword. He just sleeps with a shining sword in his bed. So I guess there really wasn't anything to investigate here. There's no universe where you say that, where there isn't anything to investigate here. You can't say that and it be true. It just isn't possible. It wouldn't come up in conversation. Is it a waiting puzzle? I have to stand on this? Is it like I have to... There has to be something here. Are we done investigating here? This game is so fucking evil. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel from this. I'm gonna stand here and wait. Good point. Auto clicker would help. Turbo button. Okay. This can't be real. Where the fuck could I have missed it? It's underneath the fucking carpet. Missed what? There's something in there! There's a fucking shining sword in there or something if I go there in a different time instead. Whatever. Orchid has gone out again. I wish he would have let me create some more from scratch, but maybe this is better. The third competition is all about brand new orcs. That's the time to have really fun. I should call on the harem for help, but first, a few more decisions. There's enough time to add some specialists. What should I try? Not ogres, they take too much damage. Magic users could be necessary. We don't have much magic. We have Grubbuck though. Well, this is general. I feel like I need context on what we're about to fight in order to know what I should create. But let's start with magic users. It might be knights just because they're tanky. What do we research? Yeah. I get that. It's impossible to tell which one would give the best result. I guess our discipline is really high, so knights maybe? What do knights? So much work to do. So this is our team. Verily, let us strike forth to complete yonder thine questing. For imps! Hakan stands with you, so long as you stand with Hakan. First, let us prepare. We would have had the fucking impaler here. It's so Jover. Well, actually... More defense probably, right? You're a tank, I believe. Do you even have a regular attack? I forget. You do. Yeah, annoyance, that's it. Fortunately, it also casts some magic. Vanquish Human Tyrant. We have a heal as well. Okay. And I can't save here. Oh, okay. The time for contemplation is past. Let us face our first opponents. Pound all skulls! These have no damage. I feel like it's piercing to just kill them all. He has the lowest HP. Do I even want to tank with him right now? I don't know. Probably. Sure, annoyance. No, you should guard. You do no damage, I don't think. I should test your damage. Defensive. The last one. They're weak to fire. Ooh, that's real rough. Hopefully it's doable with these 4 to get the best result, we'll see. Oh, Lily. Hey there, Orkin. These are my mother's orcs. I've been training them. Bad luck running into you in the second round, but if you want to throw the match, be my guest. I'm so much less inclined to throw the match to these fuckers. I'm gonna kill them all. Fuck it. Evade! Okay, this is kind of a bad start. I thought he had way less HP than he did. Is this lower magic attack? I should check. No, attack and agi, so it won't help there. So piercing on him. Powerfully misguided. Let's do defensive, and flame attack again. Good, they all target him. Safeguard. Could he choose? No, it's always him. I was like, could he choose anyone else? That's crazy. Oh, I didn't mean to heal with him. God damn it. Oh, this gives a bunch of stat ups. I didn't even realize that. That's really good. That's really, really good. Def. Maybe I should blinding attack some of them. Oh, that's almost enough to kill it. That's really good. That's rough. Really bad execution of this fight. Let me see. Miss is really good. Plus 6k. Do I want to heal Implevon before we win is the question? I should do blinding attack. I cannot do regular rock potion. Okay. Only one group left to go. This is revenge for the Great Fenorisan War. Once again, blind one, defensive, annoyance. Blind, defensive, annoyance, defensive. Oh, it didn't even blind. Okay, never mind. I need to do defensive on all of them. Start working them down. Oh my god, stop evading. Well, maybe actually I don't do that. Maybe I just fucking... do flame attack on everything. Oh, you're out of mana. That's bad. I forgot that you had mana. Really lucky that attacked that. Really lucky that attacked that. Well, I think I can win from here. If this is truly the last, should read the thing. I know what he has. He has blinding attack, defensive attack, and then this one that hits enemy weaknesses. I'm just trying to debuff them here. Like I know what every attack does. Cannot miss is great for the for consistency. It was just that I needed them debuffed. Was the idea. We'll see if this is really the last one. If it's not, I'm a little annoyed. Then it is over. Good work! I knew it was probable that you'd win, but it's good to prove it to everyone watching. I think the Lord of Blood was unhappy, because he's not giving out much of a reward this time. Just this. Wonder if that's worth the not surrendering to Nalili. Whatever, we've done it. Now it's time for the mass orc round. Yes, I would like to save. You want to leave already? I thought we were holding back in case the orc event gets out of hand. That might make sense in general, but not for the Anak. Given what Orkant reported about last time, he might just leave at any moment. According to Orkant, not Yara. I'm not saying Yara is unreliable, but I'll take the word of someone who spends more time with their face in books than in pussies. So you're saying she's unreliable? Banger phrase. I wouldn't know. So I'm sorry to take you both away from events, but this is a dangerous area, so I need support. We have your back, Aurelici. Just don't expect me to help out too much with the negotiations. Just come along and look dangerous. It should come naturally. So what's our approach? Did I miss a shining sword in the fucking don't tell me if there's one there if I go back there later or whatever, but just did I miss one there at Mesdan's place? No swords missed. Okay, cool. The Anak actually attended the orc tournament, but his second in command is nowhere to be seen. I suggest we go after her. Yeah, she's cool. I want her in my harem. Think she's up to something? I think we should avoid playing games with the Anak and try just approaching his group for honest negotiations. That's probably correct. If we happen to interrupt any other investigations, that's just a strange coincidence. Are we really going to simply enter? I thought his tower defenses were significant. What I'm going to do is knock. If there's anyone in there, I suggest you answer, because I have all day. It is, of course, possible that he left his quarters empty. Yes, but that's what anyone in there would want us to think. Yo, hey, hey! Planning to annoy them out? Well, at least with everyone paying attention to the orcs, we're not drawing attention. I wonder if it would be beneficial to draw more attention. If it would... Alright, fine. If you're going to be that stubborn about it, just come in. And the day is won by sheer obnoxiousness. She's my favorite character, man. She's so fucking good. Huh. Lap of luxury, this is. I bear no hatred for your group, but I also have work to do. Why are you making a nuisance of yourselves? I just wanted to talk. Will that ruin your schedule so much? No, but I fear your group really is dedicated to upsetting the balance of the world, so our purposes may be at odds. An honest question. Is balance still important to you if that balance contains injustice? I believe that injustice is, on average, most likely to be created by those seeking to control the balance, regardless of their motives. Yeah, this is my opinion on the Marvel vs. Capcom Injustice games. I agree. It's not even Marvel vs. Capcom. It's is it? No, it's isn't it like Warner Bros. And some shit? DC, yeah, it has DC characters in it as well, but it also has like Superman and shit, right? Is Superman Superman is not a DC comic one, is it? It is. Why did I think it was Marvel? How have they fucked up? How have they fucked up Superman so much that there's like no connection to DC in my head for him? Like Batman obviously is DC, but how have they fucked up Superman that bad? What I was gonna say is Injustice is a real good game that everyone should play, and it's totally not the worst thing ever. That's a reasonable philosophy, but what do you think of our actual actions? It's irrelevant what I think. I follow the will of Anak Xerxes. You say so. I mean, why the fuck does she have the, like, she has the Millennium Eye. Like, I feel like all our thoughts are on display for her. We have nothing in common, human. Conduct your own affairs as you wish and stay away from mine. Look, I know that this is an intelligence gathering operation, and respect that you approach directly. So don't waste time. What do you want to know? I'll start with a simple curiosity. If Xerxes despises these gatherings so much, why does he attend? He may not be concerned with the mundane world, but Philon still exists within it. We need to make our presence known. Perhaps more importantly, the Incubus Kings can become nuisances if there is no moderating influence. Xerxes does care about Philon after all. Given his focus on broader matters, I sometimes wondered. Xerxes simply knows that what is best for the world is also best for Philon. Convenient. If you had known him as long as I have, you would not doubt. He might use reason and first and foremost, but he still bears affection for his homeland. That's reasonable, but I hope you understand that we may value our affection for our homes over an abstract sense of balance. Reasonable, but rational choices can lead to irrational ends. You understand that we feel the same way about you and your master's goals, of course? Yes, such conflicts are also part of the balance, as I understand it. Does she have insane underboob? Or is that a skin suit? Is that her skin color and she's just running the most impractical Impractical. Why did I add a B there? Impractical outfit ever. Why you got metal underboob? It's because Fillion sounds way more normal in my head than Fillon does. So I feel you. I also want to add that every time I read it. As you understand it, there was a time when Master Xerxes and I spoke at greater lengths about such issues. You know who this guy is? The Anak? The Anak is just Master Xehanort. That is all he is. He's Master Xehanort. He's gonna be talking about the Keyblades and shit in like a second. The Anak is just a really, really big fan of underboob. You know, if there's any fetish to have, that's up there. I don't hate the look. I kind of like the look. I guess I'm also a fan of underboob. But his mind is increasingly weighed down by his responsibilities these days. Who is he consulting with then? Don't think I don't see what you're trying to do. Surely it's possible to collaborate in some way. Tomorrow, your mistress will be hosting an event to show off the Orgasmic Empire's wealth. I ask that you convince her not to use any slaves or Serantians. I'm happy that I chose to invest in Serantia over Pharaohholm last open world segment, given that he is a Serantian. That's a funny thing to ask. Are they Philonese Serantians or what? It doesn't matter. That is what I ask of you, if you truly wish to cooperate. We have to balance our own concerns as well, of course, but I hope we can have future discussions of collaboration between us. Perhaps. Oh, this has been such fun. Thank you for your assistance. It's no trouble. We don't seem to be under attack, so we're glad to help. As focused as I am on our event, we need to have a good showing in the previous ones as well. And you, I didn't know you could be so interesting. Right back at you. There's more to orc magic than I thought, so I've enjoyed trying my hand at it. Of course the eugenicist would be who Balia is interested in. Like, of course. Right, you're interested in lots of more boring magic. Well, it was useful for these preparations. What were those expansion words you used for the new orc model? Oh, they're a neat trick that's common in halfling magic. Oh, how did you learn those? It was a real question. Why are you looking at me like, oh, because you're a halfling. That makes sense. I hadn't noticed. I suppose we should be glad that the two of you were able to work together so productively. Yeah, we do hate eugenics here. But we do love eugenics. Meow! God. One of my favorite jokes that keeps being stuck in my head. There's a streamer that is in the Northern Lion sphere of influence called Shibboleth, and he has the most insane sense of humor. It's so dumb, and it works on me so well. He was like, how does a cat want its steak? And then he goes, medium rare, like a cat noise. Medium rare. I can't even make the noise, but so stupid, but it's such a good joke. Everyone was able to contribute something interesting. But now it's time for the final event, isn't it? These mass battles should be quite difficult. You might be able to rebirth fallen orcs on the fly, but I can't. I'll take a step back. Yes, that's probably best. This is my battle. Well, and the orcs' battle. I'll try to keep them alive. But you, Blue Succubus, can you help with all of the organization? I'd like to focus on the magic itself. You don't need to ask twice. Frog! Hey, too strong. How the fuck is she rebirthing orcs that fast? Run away! Run away! Good work. Drag the injured back before the next forces arrive. There's no time to waste. Smashed him. Too easy. Is that so? This is absurd. You must be cheating somehow. Would you like to examine my work? Please do. We're close to winning. Only a few forces are still in the melee, and they're exhausted. I want to do more, but I'm so tired. with some raw mana help? Or what if we split one of the dying ogres right now? Oh, how lovely. Harems are good for something after all. Yippee! Then it is over. The Doom King's forces have won the melee. And we won decisively. This was fun. Though it would be more accurate to say that one of the Doom King's sluts won it for his orcs. Next gathering, no support staff will be allowed. It would be most accurate to say that the Doom King stole her from out of my harem. Why did I extend an olive branch? I'm so fucking stupid. Oh, I could have done so many more useful things. And it's... Oh my god, I'm stupid. Ugh. I recall you saying something about orc breeding being useless, so I left. Like, I literally talked myself out of it and then pressed it. I don't know why I did. I'm so dumb. Jesus Christ. Why am I so stupid? Oh my god, it's gonna give us a worse outcome on this as well. You dare talk back to me, you worthless piece of trash? My orcs. You were nothing before I fucked you. A worthless harlot who would have whored herself out to orcs if she could. That's not true. Now you dare to stand before me, mocking me to my face. Can I save scum and go back? Yes. What? You still dare talk back to me? I'm not yours anymore. You can't talk to me that way. You little whore, I'll slaughter you where you... Not a whore. She is mine. Doom King, do you really intend to go to war over one slut? She is mine. Fine, keep her. Breed all the orcs you want. It doesn't matter. Do we get a prize? Do the orcs get a prize? Does it have something to do with orc breeding? You face down the Lust Lord himself, then ask me such questions. No prize? Why the fuck did I do that? Oh, okay. Let's add that to the box of reasons to do an optimal playthrough later. Bruh. But the orcs okay. Some died, but between rebirth and healing, we were able to save most. Are you alright, Balia? To have that much sexual energy bearing down on you? Like, how? That's probably the most tilted I've been at my own decision making in this entire game. What the fuck were I thinking? Oh yes, I'm quite exhausted, but I was mostly afraid he had squished all my orcs after I worked so hard on them. I'm glad that you said Doom King instead of Simon's name, even in the moment. I'm not stupid. I can pay attention to boring stuff if it's important enough. Anyway, I need sex and sleep. Then Simon is busy arguing with the others. Unless you'd be okay with someone else? I'll be going now. I greatly enjoyed watching you work with the orcs. Not only was your efficiency impressive, you clearly placed in the position you were born for. I mean, greatly enjoyed it. Thank you. You did a good job too, managing so many things. It can be hard to make the orcs listen, even with magic. You get the hang of it after enough organization. I remember you, actually. Working with the orcs required lots and lots of paperwork and support that's boring but necessary. In my old harem, nobody cared about it, and the orcs took care of themselves, with mixed success. Supplies were rather spotty as well. But even though I called it boring, it's not boring to you, right? That's nice. That's nice? I can't do my work with just my own interests, so it's nice to have someone who's a match. I'm happy to be of service. So, why not? Let's take one of the beds. So your event is tomorrow. That's right. After the Lord of Blood's brutishness, I have plans to impress everyone with a day of sex. Luxury for the kings, but there will be pleasurable contests of skill for the rest. Will your harem participate? No, we have too many other priorities. I know you scorn simple issues of prestige, but keeping up appearances at events like this is important for the balance of power. Though after your performance in the orc events, I suppose your reputation is partially secure. Why the fuck did I do that? Actually, I wanted to talk to you about appearances and how the organization of your events will impact them. I plan to hit them with everything that the Orgasmic Empire has to offer. It should blow the minds of these lesser Incubus kings. We have dozens of succubi, trained orcs, fine slaves of all types. It'll be glorious. It would no doubt impress the Skull Pounder, but what message would it send to the Anak? Munch, I feel like that's an insult, and I deserve it. As if he's ever given a shit. Nonetheless, I'm asking you to consider changing your plans. Emphasize sexual freedom in the Orgasmic Empire, not slavery. Bringing this all up the night before is a real pain in my ass, you know that? Apologies, but the situation is still evolving. Look, if I drop all the slaves, that will severely weaken the event, and it will make me look weak. I may be a dictator, but I can't control every detail within the Orgasmic Empire, so it's better to keep those forces happy. If this is about influence in the Anak, I propose this. Replace the Serantian slaves with succubi, and send the Philonese home as a token of goodwill. Thus making it seem more like generosity than weakness. Exactly. I can also organize my plans to reduce the emphasis on slavery, but it's a much weaker plan. Does anyone remember the exact phrasing she gave us? Did she say slaves and... Genmelas, I'm literally gonna go back, because you said that, I'm literally gonna go back and pick a different choice after the stream is over, and then just replay the exact same decisions all the way up here. Just because you said that, and that tilted me to, like, holy shit, that's the most tilting thing you've ever said. You had that locked and loaded for this decision as well. That's insane. You are the most, like... Oh, you're such a rage baiter. I was gonna say, does anyone know what her name... the Annex support guy... Yeah, I am gonna go back and probably support Astera instead. Did she say Serantian and slaves, or Serantian slaves specifically? Oh. I misclicked. Well, I was gonna go back anyway. But it's going to damage the event. So that's settled. Will the Doom King look weak not participating? Not necessarily, not unless you have an alibi. It'll look strange. I was thinking of ostensibly spending the day with his harem, but using that time to reinforce our defenses. Reasonable enough. Far less fun, but reasonable. Then it's settled. I'll see you tomorrow, Astera. I was gonna quit the stream here anyway, because I'm getting hungry and I need to eat. But yeah, I think I'll support Astera instead. I'll end the stream here, go back and just redo the choices really quick. Shouldn't take more than like 15-20 minutes, even with the fights, with the speed running past it. With that said, I don't know exactly when my next stream is. I could do it tomorrow, but I promised to hang out with a friend for most of tomorrow, so really depends. Yeah, my idea is that I want to support Astera earlier so that she's less unhappy with me weakening her event, is the idea. But yeah, no promises on next stream. I'll post in the Discord as always, upload the VOD and so on and so forth. Thank you for watching. It's been a nice 3 hours, extra 1 hour from what I was expecting to do. Yeah, been a good time. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, nerds. Most of all, especially you, Genmelas, the nerdiest of all. The fact that you had that preloaded is insane to me. Bye-bye.